It starts with a wizard, he's old and he's wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he's strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the Warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon went seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane, when you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Flagon Slayers. A group of adventurers are here to play this evening. Hello, group of adventurers.
Hello.
In case you missed last week, Animas, along with Zygon and Thea, went into the Fire Elemental Plane to continue with the Aremente, which was quickly, well, not necessarily quickly, but was interrupted by an invading force into Pyra, which Braun, Anzu, and Lochnar were witnesses of. So, while the fighting was going on in the elemental plane, it was shown that the force was led by whoever is the leader of the five, and that they were looking for someone specifically. Anzu, using his keen perception and senses, determined that they were after a young druid who is also a kinku. Braun rushed into the fire elemental plane to warn the others and try and get them to come back, and Anzu rushed using his teleport spell to get to the child in question. Unfortunately, the three women that have been seen with the sword-wielding man were there, and one of them used the spell Power Word Kill on Anzu, instantly killing him. No death saves, no nothing. He was dead. Dead. Thank you. Eventually made it to Anzu's cold and lifeless corpse, where they tried to resurrect him to no avail, and Animas, using some quick thinking, asked for the Raven Queen's assistance. The Raven Queen appeared to Anzu and Animas, and Anzu made a deal with her that she would allow him to come back to life, but once he was dead, his soul was hers. And that is where we begin tonight's episode.
Wow, we're not emotional enough for this right now.
Yeah, you're not in the emotional state. Well, it's been a few minutes. He's breathing, he's walking around, he's doing some of his stretches, you know. The child that Anzu was trying to save, nowhere to be seen. The invading army has left. It doesn't seem as though they've done a lot of damage to the village. Like, they've thrown some stuff aside and done things like that, but nothing too severe.
They also killed a few of the members trying to protect the Kinku, though.
Well, yeah, but that, you know, they were in their way.
So was Anzu.
Can I look around for Cube?
Nowhere to be found. You gave Cube to the kid, and Cube will do what you tell it to do, so.
Oh no. You don't have a finger.
Yeah, you're missing your finger once more.
Oh my god.
What are you guys gonna do?
I'm sitting on the side, just kind of like my head in my hands, kind of like a little bit freaked out, and thought process being more on the side of like we actually just saw someone who died in our group, and without me being able to reach the Raven Queen, that would have been it for him. So that's kind of my out loud thoughts.
Anzu, are you okay? Does he resurrect at full health?
Yeah.
Or just like
Yeah.
okay.
He got god magic put into him. He's doing great.
I feel better than ever. Just have to be more careful, I guess.
It only took literally dying to learn that.
Well, I suppose. Let's just say I have a long life ahead of me. And an afterlife.
An eternal afterlife.
I'm so sorry, Anzu. I don't know if that's something you wanted, but it just felt like the only thing I could do in the moment.
Well, it's not
What
my
happened?
first choice, but, you know, same shit, new pile.
Well, Thea, the Raven Queen, wanted to bring Anzu back for a deal. So he made a deal with her that when he dies again, he has to go and be a slave to her for the afterlife.
Yes.
That
Supposed to
doesn't
be a lot
sound
of
very
fun.
good.
Lots of fighting. Oh.
Wow.
If you look at it in a whole thing, a lot of worse things could happen in your afterlife. I hear from different stories of when I was younger that the afterlife with the Raven Queen it's not like you're in one of the hells working for demons and swimming in lakes of fire or anything. You're just doing jobs for the Raven Queen. And
Well, thank you for the talk, Animas. That was very enlightening, and I will consider that on my way out next time. Anyway, Thea, can I talk to you real quick? Just a little
Sure.
chat. Thank you. Is there
You
like a
guys-
place?
Yeah, you guys go off because the druids are kind of assessing everything and keeping track of everybody. So you guys go off a little bit of a ways out of earshot.
Seeing that I may not have long, I think we need to hurry things up with this whole destruction thing so I can have just a wee bit of retirement before I die again. That being said, what do you think of Meryl?
My sister? What do I
Yeah.
think of her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like her.
Well, you know, I'm just noticing
She's
that
8.
all these kids have a weird quirk, right? And last time we saw Meryl, she had a weird quirk. So, I'm thinking, well, why don't we go back there and make sure everything's okay? Because she might be taken by one of them because of her weird quirk.
Got a point.
Yes. Well, I don't exactly know how many of them they need, but I'm hoping that they won't get 3. That's
Do you
why they
think
have
she's a
one now.
world soul?
You know, there's a possibility of that, yes. Yes, with my esteemed intuition. She might be one. Although I'm not quite sure. I mean, we really don't know where any of them are. Except none of them, really. But she's our best hope.
Guess it probably wouldn't hurt to check on her. See
The
how she's
Kinku
doing.
kid. He had things with his eyes, red and blue, something like that. Fucking weird.
Like feathers?
Yes. Yes, the feathers are outside. Something like that.
Interesting.
So, I think the best course is to maybe find kids with quacks. Seems to be kids. I don't know why. And Meryl
I-
seems to fall within these guidelines.
She also has Annie with her, the Kenku from the college.
Nothing really stood out about her. Meryl, on the other hand,
She is a Kenku, though.
yes, I suppose being a kinku could be a quirk. Animus is a bit.
Being a person could be a weird thing.
Also, thing that you would remember, Kenkus do not really live on this plane right now. They are mostly in the Shadow Plane, or in the Shadowfell.
Also, it wouldn't help if I, chatted with Richter one more time.
You're gonna die
Also-
soon, Jesus.
Understandable.
You're like this. I'm making a will.
You should have made one a long time ago, buddy.
I should have, but I didn't think I would need it, right? Because obviously Richter's gonna get a lot, but after Richter, your name will come up the second most. Surprise!
And you've got a
Happy
whole
birthday!
guild. Oh,
Happy birthday!
good to know. I mean, you've got a whole guild you got to leave behind now, so probably figure that out.
We should probably visit them sometime. I'm not sure if it's banning or not, and I've been asking for these guild bans for a while. I really want to stick Animus with it.
That'd be
Maybe
pretty funny.
Locknar, but I may leave that to someone else. He always hits me in the
I'll do
you-know-where. Oh, yes.
I'm gonna send a quick message to Meryl just to check on her, and I'm gonna say, "Hey Meryl, are you and Annie okay? Anything fishy going on?
I lost count.
Miss you. How's Sinjin?"
Sinjin,
See.
the champion.
So it's like 4 in the morning in Singorn. So you might not get a response, but
Well,
Yeah,
I said
Some
to
weird
anyway.
dreams.
be like, hey. Yeah, you wait a few seconds. You don't get anything, but you know that it's early in the morning.
Oopsie. She's probably sleeping. Try again.
Could try
Another
Richter.
time.
He doesn't really sleep,
I
if I'm being honest.
don't. Yeah, I could, I guess. I had to check my spells. I'll send a message
I
to
love 'em.
Richter with my last 4th level slot. And I'll be like, "Hey Richter, it's Thea. Anzu wanted to know if you're okay.
You're doing great.
Anything weird going on?" That's it.
Okay, so you send that off. Few moments later, he sends back, "Hello, cousin. Doing fine. Currently having breakfast in Emon."
Okay. Is it?
Thought I would
is it
swing
also
by the
4
guild
a.m.?
later.
What a champion.
I'll relay that to Anzu. Thinking about swinging by the guild later.
Well, why don't we see him?
So it's like probably 2 in the morning in Emon. Richter's schedule is really weird.
He's jet lagged, you know.
Yeah.
Is
Nothing.
sorry, go ahead.
But Thea, I do think we need to be serious about Meryl.
I agree. I think if something were to happen to her, this is Abby saying it, but that would be my 13th reason. But
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
that'd probably be my last straw. So We should.
I want to see Thea go on a murder spree where she's like, "I'm done. I'm gonna kill everything."
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah.
I also
It could
think, if I'm
happen.
being honest, that the college may be a future. How do I put it? Battleground. Ground.
Why is that?
Andrew used a little bit of thaumaturgy to make his voice echo a little.
Well, it's on a ley line, so is here. If these children are on ley lines, which right now I'm thinking they may be because this one was, that would make, well, a bigger purpose for Meryl. Right? I'm guessing ley lines may also be something that they need. I mean, the college,
Mhm.
it's, you can feel the magical aura in the air. It's everywhere.
Right.
It drives me nuts sometimes. It also turns your piss blue.
You know, I did have a problem with that, but I didn't want to tell anybody while I was there.
Yes. It goes away after a
Thought
while.
it was just me.
That's canon now, Jacob.
I peed blue.
Don't worry, I noted.
Either way, I'm glad you're okay. And I'm gonna give Anzu like an awkward side hug.
Ah, the good old awkward side hug.
Andrew's gonna give her a not awkward full hug.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
So, as you guys are kind of waiting for Thea and Andrew's conversation to end, they begin to start walking back. You see Grasblin come over. All right, y'all. If we could just circle up for a little bit, I think I have a few things that we need to talk about.
I think that's probably a good thing to do. Yes.
All right. So first of all, we are short a few eggs in our bunch, if you know what I'm saying. So, as you know, we lost a few members. That is tragic. We have already started the funeral pyre. You may go pay your respects when you wish. Secondly, Atraska is gone. We don't know where he went. Hoping you can shed some light on that a little bit. But finally, and most importantly, well, probably not. People dying's probably. Anyway, Animas, since we didn't like finish what we're doing down there, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the powers vested in me under the rules of the Ashari. I'm gonna just let you have it. You passed. What you did getting back here, that was good work. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go back down in there in the morning. Real simple, real easy. But we've already sent word to the other members of the Ashari, telling them this unsavory folk are around. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that.
What's his name?
Grasblin.
Grasblin,
Master.
little gnome.
Master, have you heard any of disturbances like this happening from Master Keyleth?
Oh well, no, she's as rosy as ever. Doing great. Nope, no word from her. No bad word, I guess. But no, she's doing great. You know, everybody else, everybody's fine. It just looks like we drew the short straw, and just sometimes that happens.
Grasblin, what was so special about this child?
Oh, well, he was quite the character. Oh, nope, can't say was. He is quite the character. We found him off in the woods one day when we were out, fixing stuff and cataloging trees and seeing how well they're doing. And he, the darndest thing, didn't know a thing about where he was or where he was from. Just nothing in there. It was like a jar with like one marble rolling around in it.
Was there anything else that made him special besides being potentially stupid?
Oh no, he just didn't know anything. Like, we gave him his name, everything. It was great. Didn't know how he got there, nothing.
You said he's a gnome, right?
Yeah.
I'll speak in gnomish. There's no other quirks with him, nothing at all. No reason for them to take him because we're on a mission to save the world, and he is a big part of it now.
He responds back in common so that everyone can hear. Well, he was pretty adept with magic. He was coming up and he was our youngest member. Powerful druid. The likes I haven't seen. Maybe you Kinkus should be replacing us. I don't know. That's crazy.
Do you do you have any idea of what plane he was sent from? Or was there
Oh
anyone
well,
who
we didn't
checked?
think he had come from any plane. Like he had been there for a few days, kind of covered in soot and stuff. But no,
Hmm.
do you know something we don't? I
I
mean, we don't know much about Kinkus. We don't get them around these parts that much.
I don't know. I think it would be too long of story to bring out right now, but it's not something that you guys should be too worried about. I think what you guys need to do now is rebuild a little and maybe hunker down because there's definitely wars or a war starting and battles coming, and I don't know if it's going to reach all the way up here to Pyra, but we do know that one of the biggest things these groups are trying to do is merge the planes together. So in a couple months time when the what is it, eclipse, is it an eclipse of some sort or a red moon or something?
Birch with a book. Book. I always forget where this page is.
I have it written down too. I just don't remember where it was.
I need to mark this page. I need to mark my books better.
And I
It's a
use little
solar
sticky
eclipse.
notes. Solar eclipse. Okay.
The official name is the Zenith.
Zenith. Okay. Yeah. When in a few months' time, when the Zenith happens, the planes will become closer together, and I think you guys will have a lot to deal with up here, even if no one else comes up here to disturb the town.
Oh yeah, the Zenith is probably the biggest day of the year for us, and I'm sure you've experienced up at the Air Shard too. It gets pretty crazy.
Yes,
well,
but
unfortunately, on that day, we may be fighting a war. Um,
Well,
would
if
you
there's a
be
war to
willing
be
help
fought,
us?
we'll be there.
Hey,
Sure
that's the
shoot.
attitude I like.
yeah, I was actually going to ask before we left if it, I don't know how crazy it's gonna get, but if you could spare any soldiers to be ready for that fight, no matter where it will be. As long as you have someone who can teleport to whatever city we're in.
Well, now that you mention that, how about you come with me?
Oh,
And he starts walking you guys. And you see, you get to the edge of the village, and you see this large mountain face. And you see he comes up to it, and he presses his hand into it, and then you see nature energy start to flow through the mountaintop, and you see a door slide open. And you see inside this large carved out chamber, and you see teleportation circles. They're just kind of aligned out in this chamber in a semicircle. Well,
Is there way to a more?
about 200 years ago, there was a big conflict, and we had a bunch of trouble coordinating because, we were pretty isolationist back then. But now we're all buddies, and it's like, oh, now we're all peas in a pod. We got all the pancakes and the syrup, everybody. Pancakes and syrup.
God.
Anyway, so Caliph thought it would be best if we set up a network of teleportation circles that only the Ashari would know how to access, but would get us to other places. So as you can see, and he gestures around, as you can see, each of these Ashari are linked together. We've also got a nice little crystal here, and you see in the center there's this large, like, crystal-looking structure. And he's like, all this is an alarm system. So this was actually active a few minutes ago, but since they skedaddled, we turned it off. We got it. We're under control. So we got all the Ashari over here. We got one to the Fire Elemental Plane City of Brass. That's more for, our monthly, meetings and greetings and all them other things. But and then we also got over here, we got one to Emon, which is regulated by the government of Emon. And then we also got one over here to Whitestone. So that was because one of the fellers that was part of the group that Keyless was with, he was from Whitestone, and he thought it'd be best if Whitestone was kept in the loop. So got one of them. But yeah, we'll be there. If you tell us where the fight is, we'll be there.
Since we're on that subject, actually, I don't know how close in contact Whitestone's been keeping with you, but our group has had some trust issues recently with them, so just be careful if
Oh, well, that's sorry to hear.
Well, it's more of a, we feel like the group that just took the kid also is swaying different governments in Taldore, so
Oh, no kidding.
Whitestone is one of those, and Westrun is also the main target that we've been talking about. But Emon,
Man, I just hate that politics stuff. Just give me a tree, a mountain, and something to climb with, and I'm happy.
Oh, you're telling us. Well, would you allow Anzu? Is this something he could memorize for future use?
Well, Animus, that's kind of a no-no.
Okay.
It's
I could
druids
know it.
only, masters only. Nope,
Damn it.
not even you yet, kid. You're getting ahead of yourself. But if you want to, you can use it.
Yeah,
Be a little
Caleb,
bit
as long
quicker.
as I've seen it, I can go there.
He has teleport, so he can technically teleport to, like, he could teleport you guys to Amon whenever he wants.
Well, yeah, that's
Even
what I
if we
was
get a
saying, like,
description, we
Yeah.
can teleport there. There's a risk, but we can do it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a risk that you guys go to a random place, or you appear inside walls, or like it's dangerous.
Well, I think
But-
I think Emon may be our next course of action. I think the group would have to have a talk about that, but it sounds like that may be where we need to head next unless something else comes up, and we can
Wow.
do that as soon as we finish the Aremente in the morning.
I think the biggest thing right now is Richter is visiting the guild hall later.
We'll just tell him to stay an extra day, and we'll see him tomorrow morning.
Richter can't really do that. Richter's
So, Anzu, by the time you guys are done sleeping, it will be like
Middle of the day.
it'd be like noon.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm going through dementia. Yes, I'd love to sleep.
I'm
You
gonna
just died. It's fine.
I'm gonna look over. I'm gonna look over at the rest of the guys and be like, I think he may be seeing the Raven Queen quicker than we thought.
I'm gonna twitch my eyes a bit.
Oh, I can count on that. He
Well-
said he needs to be more careful, but I'm not counting on it.
Well, y'all, I'm gonna go pay my respects at the pyre. You're more than happy to join me, and then we're having a nice little cookout afterwards. We can supply beds for you, but just know in the morning we're going down to the Fire Elemental Plane, and then we got some business to take care of. So I would suggest getting some sleep.
Of course, yes. I will actually. I'll just join him. I'm not gonna tell him that I'm joining him. I'm joining.
Ron wants to check out the pyre.
I'm gonna go too.
Okay.
Andrew's going the fuck to sleep.
Okay.
Oh my God! I just
What about
brought
you,
you
Lochner?
back to life, and you can't come and respect the people who died.
Okay,
Oh.
fine.
I want to go laugh at the
I'll go.
paying of respects because honestly, seeing that people died is hilarious.
That's also like paying respects to the dead is not a super big thing in Goliath culture. It's
Maybe not
it's
laughing
usually-
either.
So Goliath, just to kind of expound on this, Goliath culture, when someone dies, the best way to honor them is by killing the person who killed them, or by using their weapons to kill them. Just murder in general.
Don't you also
Big
leave
eye
the
for an
body
eye
where
kind of
if
people.
you die in battle, you leave the body where it died? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
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 Because
That is their
a-
resting
in my-
place.
In my tribe, we like to piss on our enemies' bodies, carcasses, because it's more fun that way, isn't it?
I guess.
Different strokes for different folks.
Different rides for different tribes.
So you guys go pay your respects as Lochnar laughs a little. Thea, you elbow him in the ribs, and that makes him stop for a little
It's-
bit.
It's funny that they're weak. Sue me.
I'm gonna take out my note. Is there like a little shrine kind of thing, or is it all just like burned?
No, so they've basically like full on like Return of the Jedi Darth Vader thing, where like they build a giant like wood pile essentially, and then they put the bodies on and then light it.
Okay.
Yeah. But Grisbleen bows his head, pays his respects. You guys are there for about a minute or two, and then all right, y'all. I thank you for hang on just a second, guys.
Did his fire alarm just go off?
Yep. I can hear it vaguely through my door.
Sorry, the apartment is burning down.
Oh man. Broad.
So
Not broad.
Grisbleen says, I appreciate all y'all for paying your respects, and Lochnar, I did not know laughing was part of your funeral culture. That's great for me to hear, and I will take that into consideration anytime a Goliath member dies. Let's hope that doesn't.
You know, it's just tradition. I do have to ask, when are you avenging your fallen?
Well,
I assume very quickly, right?
Yeah, you know, we're currently working on trying to figure out how they got past our defenses, and then we will rain hellfire upon them and burn them until there's nothing left. Now let's go eat.
I really love that.
I would like to do something, Jacob. I would like to cast Druidcraft and kind of create some flowers around the outside of the...
All right, you create a ring of flowers that immediately ignite.
Yes.
Well,
I was trying to do it outside of that, to where it's like
it's a hot fire. It's a hot fire.
I guess that's fair.
Well, at least you didn't use the water that you took from that one child.
Nope, we don't talk about the water.
Did basically everybody there die, or were there any survivors?
So there were 3 people guarding the Kinku child.
I meant within the camp itself.
No, they didn't kill anyone else.
Okay.
No. So you guys get a nice meal. It's a lot of like a lot of different stew made from like different plants and vegetables in the area.
And Bron will keep his distance.
Nice.
Yeah. You realize as you're eating this, to use a term from our world, these druids are vegan. You know, they don't eat the meat or the animal products.
Is it because they told us?
What?
Do we sit down and then they're just like, we're vegan?
No, they don't. They're not. They're not in your face about it. You know.
It just happens to be what's in front of you.
You just notice there's no meat or animal products at all. But you guys share a nice kind of solemn meal. A few different members of the tribe tell stories about the members who've died.
I'm gonna take out of my bag of holding a piece of raw meat and chuck it over to Bron.
Bron, you catch the raw meat.
Mm-hmm.
You have a piece of raw meat now.
What kind of meat?
I don't know, Animas. What kind of meat was it?
It's been mostly fish because I can keep fish, and then I've got some of the red meats being like in salted bags or salted sacks that are holding a little bit longer that I can let age.
Okay, I will probably put that in my bag of holding and pull out something else that's been sitting in there longer. That way, keep things fresher longer.
You have a nice meat popsicle, you know, the norm. You just kind of lick on it a little bit, eat it a little bit. Kind of odd watching a cat eat a piece of meat that's frozen, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Cats are weird, man.
Cats are weird. No offense, Bron.
Not a cat.
But you guys go to bed.
Thank God.
Have pretty uneventful sleep. And then it's morning. It's around probably 7 in the morning. These druids get around pretty early. Anzu, what kind of stretches are we doing today?
Yoga.
Oh, nice, nice. It's hot yoga today because you're right next to an active volcano, so that's cool.
It's not the only thing that's hot.
Oh my gosh.
So's my shirtless abs.
I would love to think that Anzu is like old guy ripped. I
He
think that'd be hilarious.
Like Roshi.
Yeah.
Toned.
Yeah. Oh man.
This guy
So-
has been in a war for half his life.
So, as you guys are getting ready, Grisbeline comes over to you, Animus, and he says, "All right, kiddo, you ready to jump on in and then jump on out?"
Yeah, of course. I'm ready.
All right. So he starts walking you over. Now, I will say a few things about the fire elemental form. It's kind of similar to how the air elemental works, except it's more of a imagine you have a pot of water over fire, and you got a lid on that. As soon as you take that lid off, steam everywhere, right? Right.
Yeah.
So the fire elemental is that steam, and you want to keep it contained, because if you don't, it's just going to go everywhere.
Okay.
So you got to keep the lid on it.
Okay. I understand.
All right.
Oh, Jacob.
Yep.
Remember when you said like there was that arcane thing that I learned for Anzu's avatar
Mm-hmm.
in the flames? What was that?
Arcane Artillery.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Yeah. So you both go in. So he comes down, and then you see you guys land, and there's blue sand all around you. All right, kiddo. This might hurt. So, Animus, I would like you to describe what your fire elemental form looks like.
Oh boy.
Is he there alone?
Yeah, it's just him and Grisbeline.
Okay.
Okay. I can choose this time because you gave
Yeah,
me.
I'll let you choose. All right,
what's like? Are there any certain colors?
what kind of fire do you want to be?
Probably like a pretty hot.
And I
fire.
will say this is all aesthetic. This is not like it won't affect your damage or anything.
Yeah. Probably like to that point where it's like really like a hot, like orangey yellow, and then every once in a while you get wisps of blue flame.
Okay. So the sand begins to whirl around you as you feel this burning sensation in the core of your being. And you close your eyes as the sand completely covers you. And then you start to feel the sand harden and crack. And then you flame completely out of it. And you see glass falls to the ground around you as you're erupting in this orangey yellow kind of intense flame that on the edges has this blue kind of aura to it. You now can turn into a fire elemental.
Let's go! Huge.
Nice.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I need you to roll a concentration check, Animus.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Keep the lid on.
Concentration?
Yep.
So that would be Constitution?
Yes.
Yep.
7.
7. So as you're kind of feeling the sensation of being a being of pure fire, you feel the inferno around you is starting to swell out of control. And then Grisbeline, all right, kiddo, remember you gotta keep the lid on. Keep the lid on.
Alright, in that moment of like me like turning into a fire elemental and just kind of like forgetting that fact, I'm gonna try to bring it back in a little.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yep.
It's a 9?
So,
Oh, I need new dice.
you start to kind of control the flame. As you're trying to control the flame, you feel like a piece of you is not quite understanding what's going on. And then your fire elemental form fades away and you fall into the sand.
Fuck.
Well, kiddo, I've seen a lot worse from a lot better, so I think this will be okay, but I would advise, when you're in a group setting, maybe don't bring out the fire element. Maybe or just keep practicing. You know, one reason that might be happening is because our thing got cut short, and you didn't have a controlled environment. But you'll get there.
Maybe,
You'll get
yeah. I'll work on it. Thank you, Master.
Of course, of course. All right, who's ready for flapjacks? And then you guys both go up.
All right. Are we all just eating breakfast now?
Yep, and it is only pancakes. Also,
Love that.
it's like vegetable-based butter, like margarine, not like butter.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah. Well, gotta keep that consistent. So you guys enjoy your breakfast. You have now had the benefit of a long rest. In case
Nice.
anyone
Well,
Someone had. I think it
While
was
we're
Ian
all
too.
sitting down and like a group. So our plans going to Emon then?
That is the
I
plan.
think so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I know that we need to definitely get back to the guild and maybe figure some shit out. So,
Yes.
well, whenever you guys are ready.
Well, you can use our. I know how this magic thing works. I've been doing it for quite a while. So if your fine gnomish friend here doesn't want to use his spells, you guys can free to use our teleportation circle. Now it is a little old, so it's probably not gonna get you into the city, but it'll get you really darn close.
I'd say it doesn't
I'm all
hurt to
for
save
it.
a spell.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Let's do
How
it.
so?
All right. He walks you guys over, druid magic, opening the door.
What if I still have the codes from Emon though? Like, what if could I give him the new Emon circle?
That would take a while to update.
Okay, I'll still give him.
You could give it to him.
I'm gonna give him a copy because since I went in there whenever I was with Tabitha and I copied all that shit down, I will give him a copy of that and some of the other circles so that it's more instantaneous and direct. In case
Well,
we need it for
this
the...
is a pretty good. You know what? It's a tradition in the Pyra. When you give a gift, you give another gift. So here you go. And he pulls out from his bag this small circular like pan, and he says, "All right, this is for you. It's a little frying pan. It's probably about 9 inches in diameter."
Oh man. Frying pan.
Now, you can't smack people with it. Some people use frying pans for smacking. I don't know if you know that. But I personally love flapjacks. So I want you to make as many flapjacks as you can in that thing.
Thank you so much, Grasbleen. And we all really appreciate your hospitality and hope that these unfortunate events are able to pass and that we're all ready for this war and battle that will come so we can get back to the simpler times.
Well, let me tell you, we're gonna find him. And you see, like, as he says find him, his eyes flare with flame. Here, and he gets a broom and he dusts off the teleportation circle. It hasn't been used in a very long time. But he dusts that one off. He says, "All right, safe travels. And if you wind up falling through the sky, not my fault." And then he walks out and the door closes behind him.
Let's use it.
Alright. I'm scared now.
Oh.
All right.
Jump in.
So, the teleportation circle starts rotating and you see this small portal appear. You step into it. You guys feel your minds and your presences moving at a very quick speed as you rush past the Osmit Sea and eventually land. I need everyone to make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
I'm getting new dice. I'm done with these. I only...
Natural 20.
I had
That's
such
funny.
bad rolls last week. I don't think I had a single natural roll that was over, like, in double digits.
No, it was really bad. That's
Yeah.
the worst bronze ever rolled.
And the streak continues.
all of these.
Okay,
dice
so
are
natural
back and
20,
forth.
Anzu. Lochnar, what'd you get?
8.
8.
Samesies.
Okay, Thea.
11.
Wow. Okay. And Animus, what'd you get?
7.
So you're all, like, whoa, just traveling across an ocean. You see, Anzu, you see this very, well, first of all, you're in like a basement or a cellar. You see next to there's a wall that has like partially caved in, and looking in there, you see this workspace with these strange materials in it. You see these large barrels. One of them is cracked, and you see this black, like powder-looking stuff that is just spilled out onto the ground. The circle itself, like some of you are standing on top of rubble because of the wall. You see this is like a store area, and then the stairs that lead up. Oh no, Lochnar got dust in his lungs.
You
Something
said there was
like
like
that.
weird materials over there. Can I go look at those?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation check.
That is a 21.
21. So you pick it up, you smell it. It smells kind of sulfury, and you taste it. Terrible taste. But you have a feeling that you need to keep open flame away from this. And you look around and you see like in this area there's torch sconces, but inside that workshop, zero. There's like a lantern like hanging from a chain, but there is no open flame whatsoever in this room.
I want to fill a flask full of it.
Okay, so you pour some of it in.
I'm gonna just go to the door wherever.
You now have a flask of black powder.
Is there a door, Jacob?
Yeah, you see it. You go up the stairs and you see there's a large, like mahogany door.
Yeah, I'd like to go through there.
So you open it. It opens into a long hallway that you go down, and then it opens into this large, like, dining area. You see this long table that seats about 6 or 7, depending on how many chairs there are. You see banners like hanging around this room. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
All right, my new dice will be better. 10.
10. It's, art is subjective, so this might be weird, but it might not be. So you see a few different banners. You see one of this large half-elf man with black wings coming out from his back. You see he's throwing a knife like towards the person looking at it. And he's got a raven queen mask-esque thing that looks more raveny, like hanging off the side of his head.
Oh, that's interesting.
You then see another one, and you see this horde of shambling undead coming onto this wall, and you see a gnomish woman with stark white hair, in full battle armor, just glowing, radiating with divine energy as she's fighting an entire horde by herself.
Nice.
You then see another painting of 2 Goliaths fighting each other, one wearing these massive gauntlets, the other one coming down from the sky with his axe held high, coming down onto this other Goliath.
I'm just reliving some good moments.
Some good moments.
You see a purple-clad gnomish figure who is screaming, appearing at the top of his lungs, and you see coming right out of his junk is a giant laser beam of lightning, just full on pumping the whole thing.
Oh my god.
You see a man also with stark white hair, human. He's got a large, what looks like you guys know what guns are. He's got a large firearm that he's like sighting in. And then you see another tapestry with a half-elf woman, long braid in her hair, and she's she's standing on the back of a large bear as they're charging at whatever it is they're fighting. these people seem cool.
Do I recognize any of them?
But Animus, you do recognize one of them.
Animus?
Yeah, the last tapestry
Oh,
that
yeah.
you see a
Of course I would.
a woman with crimson red hair, antlers on her head. She's got like this mantle on her back, and you see this large tree behind her, and then you see her holding her hand out, and standing on her hand is a raven.
It's Master Keyleth.
Yeah. So
do I know where we are then? Would I know this place if I know?
Keyleth didn't really talk much about her adventuring times, so like you know that's her, but you don't know why she would be in here that
Wait.
much. It was over 200 years ago, and this is Animus, so
Can I roll a history check just to see if I know anything about them?
you're gonna have to roll really, really high. I'll say you will only get this if you roll a natural 20.
You're so mean, Jacob.
Does Andrew know any of them?
Oh, I still rolled really good. It would have been a 21.
That's not a natural 20.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, Jacob, can I ask a question as Abby?
You can ask a question as Abby, yeah.
Are we in Grayskull Keep?
You are.
Oh my god.
So, Anzu, go ahead and make a history check.
Yes, sir.
Lochnar, what strikes you about this is that there's two Goliaths fighting, and these are the manliest men you have ever seen in your entire life. Like, these dudes look like utter monsters.
It's Goliathy. Goliaths.
I got
Get
True,
it right,
true.
Jacob.
I'm sorry. My apologies to the Goliath community.
Men
got
bow to Goliaths, not the other way around.
I got
That was
a
a very Lochnar answer.
Yes.
23.
23. So, Anzu, your memory's kind of foggy, you know, but you remember there, when you were a younger gnome, there was a group of adventurers that fit this description, that fought during Vecna's ascension, or wannabe ascension. They matched the description of these people, but,
Didn't he fight alongside them in some battle?
kind of. Anzu puffs it up a little bit more than actuality, but you know.
He was in the same battle, but
He was in Vasselheim when it happened, but he
Yeah.
didn't fight alongside them.
Okay.
Well, didn't they do it in Emon?
Mm-mm.
Like the big one? Oh,
No, the final fight
wait,
is in
you're talking about-
Vasselheim.
Yeah, Andrew was in the
Oh,
fight,
right,
but he
with
wasn't
that
with them. He was like,
No, he was like
on his own.
artillery. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a young
I see.
soldier.
I was thinking of the Chroma Conclave with
No, that's a different thing. With
Yeah,
that's a different thing.
I don't remember his name.
Lochnar, I also want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
16.
16. So you look up at the two Goliaths fighting, and you see one of them's got these really big golden gauntlets on. And you look down at your arms, and you're like, wait a second. I have golden gauntlets. Wait a second. I have golden gauntlets. And then you look back and forth, you look back and forth, you look back and forth. And it clicks in you. You both have golden gauntlets.
That's really cool.
Huh. I wonder if they're similar.
I forgot about that.
I wonder
They are
if they're
similar.
Similar.
They are similar in design, but they are not the same thing.
Oh, that would have been insane.
I just mainly wanted
Well,
to Abby would do.
Well, if I remember
Shut
correctly,
up.
I have one gold and one silver, don't I?
Yes.
In terms of
That's one.
gauntlets?
That's
Yes.
one very big difference that you notice. Is wait, one of these is
Yeah.
the wrong color.
Okay.
But it looks as though this place has been abandoned for quite some time. There's large cobwebs. Everything is super dusty. You see a few like tables have just rotted through. But for some reason, these tapestries are pristine. Like not like there's no dust on them. They look like they were just made. There's something. There. It seems as though they are enchanted to not age.
Can we touch them?
Love that.
They're really high up. You'd have to like. I mean, they're like high up on the ceiling, or not on the ceiling, but on the
What
wall.
else is in this room?
Oh.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Ah, come on, new dice. I hate everything. No, I'm just kidding. 15.
So you begin looking around. You see on the table there's like carvings of different things, and you see like a heart with a S and a P put together. You see a small bear has been carved in front of one of the seats. Maybe that was the bear's seat.
That's cute.
You but you notice that a lot of this stuff is like, it's just memories. Like there's this feeling of like something happened here. But there's nothing else really in this room of note except for this large table with these carvings in it.
So Anzu
there any
sees that
like
this is a bit of a
Okay.
valuable place. Is there like a vault or something he can find around here?
You can sure look. You can look around if you want.
Yeah, I'll look
I was
around.
gonna ask
Look
if
for,
I
like,
could look
vault
for
or
any
doors.
doors.
Okay. So you guys begin exploring this keep. You find a few rooms. Most of the stuff has been taken out of them. This place is in real disrepair. You see some of the walls have caved in a little bit. There's light in. There's like bird nests.
Can I see if I can find Keyless Room?
Sure. Yeah, you can look for it. Go ahead and make an investigation check since you're specifically looking.
Damn it. God.
It's not a high AC
It's not a high roll, Jacob. Okay?
or AC, DC.
DC.
Or- Yeah.
I need to look harder.
TDC.
I rolled a 5.
I mean, you had to get a 5, so you're fine. But everybody starts going through these rooms. You find Animas on one of the upper floors. You find this room that the door is a little different from everyone else's. There's like a small amount of druid craft on it. Like it's
Nice.
more like it's a natural. It's like a door that's not a door, sort of thing. Like it grew here, it didn't be put here. So you open it, and you find a room that is sparsely, there's not a lot in here, but you do notice that the roof of the keep was purposely removed, and a bunch of there's like a tree growing in here, and you see there's a family of squirrels running around. There's a nest of birds. Like everything in here is beginning to be reclaimed by nature. Go ahead and make an investigation check inside the room, because you're looking around. You're just kind of.
Let's go. That's gonna be a 12.
Lochnar, make an investigation check for me. Okay.
Okay.
12. 12. So, Animas, you look around, and you find this small box that's been left inside this cupboard, or not cupboard, this dresser, and you open it. Inside the box is a small note, and then a black feather that's just resting inside it.
Oh man, what's the note say?
You open it, and it's kind of scribbled, like it was hastily written. And it says, "We will meet again."
Oh no.
This makes Abby cry.
Oh my god, that's so sad, dude. The memes.
If there's any Critical Role fans, this is like boom, 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 just hitting hard, and I love
I
it.
need to go rewatch it.
Rewatch the whole thing. Holy shit.
So good. Anyway,
It's so
Agnar,
good.
what'd you roll? A 1? Okay. Don't worry, this is pretty. You go into a room, and you see just like craters in the wall from big fists, and just the whole thing is just trashed. It seems as though when they were taking stuff out, whoever owned this room was like, I'm gonna do stuff, You do find this small book that is sitting on the floor. It's partially opened. I'm gonna cry again. You pick it up.
It's so cute.
And written on the cover in like big blocky letters, it says Grog and Pipe. And then there's like a little like
I can't read this.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's really big Brocky letters, but you see at the bottom there's this large, like, stick figure guy with big muscles, like, drawn on really big muscles, and he's flexing, and then you see a smaller figure who's there's radiating off of them, and it looks like it was drawn by, like, a small child.
That sounds about right.
And it's the book
I love his
itself
art
is
style.
pretty thin. Like, it's not like a big volume of tomes. It's like a children's, like, picture book.
It's a pamphlet.
Does
It's
it-
a pamphlet.
Does it look like a lot of like important things from this place have probably been taken by this?
Oh
point?
yeah, most if not everything is gone.
Okay.
You see the few trinkets you do find are probably just stuff that either fell out when they were taking it, or like they just didn't know or didn't notice.
I want to take the box with the feather and the note because I want to take it back to Keyleth.
Okay.
Because
Is there like a
put it in the
magical
bag of
room
holding.
or anything?
Okay, so Anzu, you begin looking around, and you go into the kitchen, and you find that everything has basically been picked clean. You find these old casks of ale that are like, you check the date, and some of them are like 400 years old.
I'll
You
take some
begin
notes.
you begin looking around. Make a Arcana check for me.
Arcana. 20, maybe. Hold on, it's cocked. 35.
35. So you begin looking around, and you see that you look along the wall, and you see that one of the bricks, like one of the I guess they're called bricks, but they don't look like brick. One of the pieces of the wall is like partially outjetted, and then you see like arcane energy kind of flowing off of it.
I'm gonna poke it. Press it in.
Anzuin is poking. So
This guy.
it slides in, and then you hear below you guys,
I'll
and
go
it sounds
check
like
it out.
it's coming from the basement.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah,
Do we all hear it?
I'm following
Yeah,
him very
it-
closely.
The whole entire keep shakes
I
when he does
guess
that.
I guess I'll go to the sound of it as well because
Yeah.
why did you fucking
right
kill
after
this
I do that,
time?
I'll yell, "Sorry, I pressed a button."
Andu, you just fucking died pressing things, and then also
Everyone-
I
trying
promise
to
stop
save a
doing
kid.
that.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna
Everyone
go check
runs
it out.
down to the basement. You guys see this. It appears as though there was a false wall in the basement, and that might be partially why there was a collapse of another wall. And you see this, just like, it's partially open, but the mechanism that opens it is all broken, so you have to like shimmy through. But you shimmy through, and the amount of arcane light that is just coming off of this, and it's like in all different colors, and it's like strobing, just going insane. And you see that there's these giant, like maybe a mile long, not really, but really, really long, tapestries that are depicting this gnome, this purple-clad gnome, just doing all these amazing things, and he's living his life. He's you see the white-haired gnome. She is dipping him, and they're kissing, and there's just all of this, just, it's sensory overload. There's so much going on, and you see that there's a few books that are just scattered through, but it looks like this place has been picked clean, but the magic that has kept it a dance party of sorts is still active.
Can I learn, like, that arcane light spell or whatever it is?
It's just an arcane light spell that has been like bound to the room. It's nothing.
Oh.
It's just a light spell that's been bound. And
What are some of the books?
so you find 3 books, and each of them say The Legend of Vox Machina, Volume 1, 2, and 3, written by
Nice.
Scanlan Shorthold.
That's amazing.
And I know who this is, right? As soon as I see that.
Want them.
He would know. He would have known Vox
Yeah.
Machina at the time.
Yeah, you know that this is the bard that was part of their group.
Guys, I think this place is a bit more sacred than I thought it was. This is the Hangout of Vox Machina.
Well,
Who's that?
Does that name ring a bell?
Who's Vox Machina?
I would
Thank
probably have
you,
heard
Corey.
of it.
Yeah, I mean, Animas, you know a little bit. Like, Keyleth has told you a little bit, and like she told you the name and all the.
Do I know,
adventures
having been in the Slayer's Take for a while, since they had an interaction with them?
They were members of the Slayer's Take.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's like
vague things.
Vague.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's been so long since they were adventurers.
So it's
and,
more of
you know,
just like, the name sounds familiar, but I
yeah,
don't.
it's like Babe. Like, we know who Babe Ruth is, but we don't know like what Babe Ruth did. You know, like some people do, but like it's kind of like legendary people of history. It's just kind of like those were people that existed, but
Well, Babe Ruth,
Pike
he
will
started
be
out
alive.
as a pitcher.
So just by math, you know Keyleth is alive.
Right. Duh.
You've met the descendants of Percy and Vex.
Vex.
Vex technically should be alive, but Vax.
So.
Well, so no, she was a half elf.
Like
she was a half elf. So no, she's not alive. No, she's dead. Vax is dead. Like,
he
is dead.
You can read those books.
Pepperoni and cheese, my guy.
Grog is dead.
Dead.
Pike and Scanlan technically could still be alive. Scanlan was older.
He was like 50 something, or like 40 or 50 something.
Yeah, he was young. I forgot about that. Yeah, but yeah, they could both technically still be alive.
We just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, no one's. It seems as though if they are alive, they're enjoying a happy retirement.
I'll keep those books just in case there's any like magic I can learn in them.
I was gonna say we should keep those books for our library.
Yes, and maybe the tapestry. It's quite
Well, that thing's not coming down. That thing's not coming down.
I don't know if you would, if you knew this, but the druid on the end there is actually my master Keyleth. She was.
Oh, Scanlan's dead. Probably.
She was a part of the group Vox
He was like
Machina.
70.
Well, I have a feeling that your master hasn't told you her whole life.
No, not our whole
It's very
life.
eventful from what it looks like.
No, I do know a little bit, and I've heard stories of Vox Machina because I have looked in different libraries across the world, and as I have studied, I've just kind of seen it here and there, but it'd be cool to just have those books and maybe even make copies of them. And
oh, there's copies of them.
No, I know there's copies of them. I don't know how popular those copies are anymore. We could make an updated copy with pictures and make picture books.
That'd be funny.
Well, I need to make my way to the guild hall.
We all need to make our way to the guild hall. Why are you acting like it's just you?
Braun is curious now.
Okay, Braun, what do you want to do?
Well, just that they if they had this, and maybe there's some other secret areas around there, and Braun wants to take another look around, like actively searching for stuff.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. And I'll say like your rogue ability being able to look for traps and stuff.
So I took the dungeon delver. I took the dungeon delver advantage. But it says on perception and I guess perception and investigation checks. So you said investigation.
Yeah, you have advantage on the roll too.
We'll do this one. That's good. A 1 and an 18. So that's a 19 for the investigation.
So you begin looking around, and you find this room that it looks like this was a meeting room, and you see on this large table there's a map laid out of the entire planet, and you see on it there's X's, like just spread out. Like there's one in Singorn. There's one in the mountains near Whitestone, but you see these large X's on it, and then you see there's a note that's like a knife driven into it. that
You said
is
there's a note?
There's a note with a knife like in it.
Yeah, can I read the note?
Do you know
No.
Celestial?
Just let me stop you there.
Guess who
though.
does?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Zygon does.
So
He's still with us.
Zygon does.
Yeah.
Zygon and Anzu do, I believe.
So, is there any special qualities that I can tell from the knife from here? Just a regular knife stabbed in it?
Yeah, it is. This is like, dime a dozen.
Mhm.
Any like a kid would have a knife like this.
Okay.
Very simple, like
So
cheap.
Would
you
it
see
be
the blade is like rusting a little.
How difficult would it be for me to like make a small copy of it in my journal book that I
Considering that it is a map that's like the size of a table, it's gonna be
Right.
really, really hard.
Okay. Can I mark just like the X's where those are at? Like, are they over cities or just?
They're not all over cities. Like one of them is in the middle of the desert,
Okay.
in near Marquette.
Okay.
And then you see one of them is in the middle of the ocean, just randomly. There are 12 X's on this map.
Okay.
Only 2 of them are in cities. One of them is in Emon.
Okay. Then can
and
I
then
gingerly?
One is Stingorn.
Can I gingerly like test the edges of the map to see if it's intact or not?
So you like go to lift it up and it just disintegrates.
Yeah. I was afraid of that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go grab the others to point this out to them. I don't know if it would be interesting to any of them, but still.
I think it's interesting to Anzu.
Yeah, I mean, if nobody else, if to him anyway.
Look
So
at him making an entrance.
I'll go back to the group and at least grab Anzu and tell him I found maybe a treasure map in another room, a hidden room.
Oh.
And it had a note.
I'm not letting that motherfucker die again.
Rock solid.
So you guys go up. Lochnar, you have the picture book in your hand and you're flipping through it. And these pictures they're hand drawn of like Grog and Pike fighting a dragon and Grog and Pike sharing an ale, and it's just like really nice memories.
Great.
It's like a memory book.
It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute.
Oh my god.
And then you see on the last page, you see this image is drawn in a different hand. You see this large oak tree that's just sitting on this hill, and then you see a large axe that's just sitting across on a tombstone. And it says, written in the corner, it says "Best Friends Forever," and then you close the book. And you see the white-haired gnome woman is the one standing over this grave. I'm gonna make Abby cry. I didn't mean to.
God,
So cute. I'm not gonna cry,
She's
but it's
crying
so
in the
cute.
inside.
I'm
I
not
can't.
crying. You're crying.
I don't cry. I don't cry very.
You're gonna make Lochnar cry.
I do make noises. That's for sure.
Lochnar, you see on the back panel of this book, there's a small flap that's kind of like dog-eared, and you, being Lochnar, you begin to kind of pull at it, and you hear the book starting to like rip, but you feel this. There is something in between the back of the book's binding and this sheet.
I'm gonna ever so slightly. Is there a knife anywhere?
There's one stuck in the table. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab that knife. I'll just start.
So
Very careful.
You carefully carve out. You've like processed deer and other animals. You've done this before. So you bring the knife down, and you see this small parchment on the inside that falls out onto the floor, and you pick it up, and you unfurl it, and you see it is something is written on here, and it's written in like big blocky letters, and you see, you look at it, and you look down at the map, and you see that there is a corresponding X on this parchment with one of the X's that is up in the Whitestone Mountains.
Huh. Guys, I need somebody to read this.
It's written in giant.
Oh,
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Well, that doesn't help me.
Zygon. Zygon's right next
Zygon
to you.
giant. So Zygon reads it, and basically what it says is, to whoever finds this, I left my shiny things in a mountain in Whitestone.
So that's what they are.
That's a good grog.
Thank you.
They left their belongings in those X's. Okay.
Guys, can we go find those shiny things? I bet you they could be kind of fun.
Oh, Abby's horny for the deck of many things.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
forgot.
god!
Grog had
Oh
it.
my god!
Grog had the
Grog
deck. of
had
many
the
things.
deck.
Well, he also
But he used a bunch of cards in it, so it's not even
full
half of
deck.
the deck anymore.
He also died.
okay.
He also used it and died.
Spoilers for a one shot.
Oh my god!
No, he went to hell.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
his
saying.
soul got taken out of his body. He went into the abyss, and then they had to go and save him.
Ah. The search for grog.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. First, he lost an arm.
Can I? Yeah, oh yeah.
I
Can
can
I
s-
also do some looking around, just see if because I haven't found
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
this-
I want
This room
something,
also,
Jacob.
it appears as though this room wasn't cleared out like the others. Braun and Thea, both of you make investigation checks for me.
Please
Let
give me
me roll quick.
something. Okay, not bad. 16.
I got a 12.
Okay. So, Thea, you begin looking around, and you see along the wall that there's these different, there's these little points of light that you notice, and then you see on the table the where the dagger was. You see this like trail of arcane energy that's like leading up, and it's like slowly burning up like a fuse as it's about to hit the top of the roof. And Braun, you see this, and you immediately, out of instinct, throw a dagger up, stopping it. And you see that there are blast charges planted through this entire room, and that they were timed on that dagger. But since it's been so long, the magic is kind of worn down, so it took longer. But from what you can tell, when that dagger was removed, this entire room was supposed to explode.
holy shit.
Damn.
I'm making a
Whoa.
copy of the map, Jacob, or I guess I'm using our map to make.
So you notice your map is a modern map. This map is 200 years old. Well,
But-
it's actually more like 50 years old.
I would have seen older maps, so I could
True.
probably.
Wait,
And I
can
would,
mending work on it? On the map, the original, this map we have in front of us, can mending
don't
work
try it
to...
until I finish this.
Okay, I'm asking as
It's
Braun.
worth
Like,
a
I've
try.
seen you guys use the magic.
Let me finish.
I don't have mending.
Let me finish a copy of this map real quick because
Yes.
it doesn't fully line up with the map that we have. Of course, because things change over time. I do actually remember the older map though, and I could probably just put the points down on this map and then go to some of the older maps and be able to pinpoint locations a little bit better. I don't have the older map on me, but we're in Emon, and the library here 100% has it because I've seen it. So I can go ahead and get down some information on our map, and then we can go to the library later and match them up. And then you guys can try to fix the map if you want to, but I think that's a goner.
Yeah.
That map's a goner.
That was
So,
Risky.
so
My
God.
mending will not work on this map because it fixes tears or breaks. This is just so old that that touching it disintegrates it. It doesn't, and it seems as though, Anzu, make an Arcana check.
Yes, sir. 33.
Okay. This map has been rigged to disintegrate. there's a disintegration spell woven into the parchment that this map was made from. And it appears as though it's specifically designed that if someone doesn't, die in the explosion, that if they try and take the map, it'll just crumble in their hands.
Yes. Glad I didn't immediately just try and roll it up.
That was
Can I
good test.
do I know of a
run
way
in the
to
corners.
get rid of it?
Dispel magic?
Spell magic might work, but this is a higher level spell, and it seems as though that this is maybe not the best place to be trying stuff like that, since the entire room is rigged to explode. And,
there's lots of traps around here.
But yeah, as you're kind of making sure that none of the charges go off, you see just kind of hints of something. Like, you look over and you see like a figure kind of walking by, like kind of a ghostly sort of thing, and then there's a weird feeling in this room.
I don't like that.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
While she's doing that. Alright, well, I've got all the locations down, guys. With what's going on in here, let's try to possibly leave, because whoever set these charges, whether it was them or not, doesn't want us here. I don't want us all to die.
Hey, Michael, did you ever give me that note? Or did you want to?
Yeah, that was my intention, like whenever I came to get you.
Okay.
Is this
Or
a
at least when we
charming
got to
or
the
sleeping
room.
thing?
It is not a charm or a sleep.
Okay. I have advantage on those, but I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and read that note.
It's not great. 13.
All right. So,
No, 14.
Thea, you feel your divine magic start to kind of overwhelm you, and your consciousness just blinks out, and then reappears. You see the group on the tapestries that you saw earlier, all around this, and you see them marking different places where they've been. They're laughing. You can't hear what they say, but they're having fun. They're cheery and everything. And then your vision fades out again, and you see now they all look a little older. You see the large Goliath one. His beard is starting to gray, kind of getting salt and peppery. You see that one of the half elves is gone, seemingly.
No.
You see that the woman that Animas has identified as Keela has not aged at all, really. You see Pike and Scanlan, because I'm just going to refer, because the books tell you who they are. So you see Pike and Scanlan, each of them holding a kid in their arms. You see these two other kids kind of running around. One of them with like stark white hair, one with like long kind of darkish hair.
Like, that's the fucker that shot me.
Kind of looks like Vesper, the little girl, but it's not, because if you remember correctly, Vex and Percy are their grandparents.
Yeah.
They're more human than they are elf. They're running around, and you see them like marking more off. Your vision fades again. Now you see Scanlan starting to show his age. Pike, their kids aren't here anymore. Grog is gone. You see Vex starting to kind of show her age. Percy also. You see that Percy's glasses are now thicker than they were the last time you saw him. And they're marking more. And then you see your vision fades again. Now the only two that stand here are Keyleth and Pike. They kind of are cataloging everything. You get a sense that there's a sense of kind of closure and just kind of the end of something. And then once more your vision fades again. Now it's just Keyleth. The map has been completely marked. You see, once again, she really hasn't aged much. You see she's aged like maybe 10 years, but from what you've seen in these visions, this has been hundreds of years. You see she finishes writing this note and then sticks a knife, and you see like on the edge of the knife is this small charm of the Raven Queen, like her mask, and it's kind of dangling off the knife. And she sticks it in, and then you see she pulls a brick out of the wall, and she places a small box inside it, and then slides it back in, and then your vision goes once more, and you are now back with your compatriots, some of them in similar positions to the group that you just saw.
Oh my god.
Can I find that brick?
Holy shit, Jacob.
Yeah. So you begin looking around, you feel around, you climb up on one of the bookshelves, because Keyleth was tall and could turn into other stuff. So you
while I'm seeing her climbing around, I'm gonna warn her about traps.
Yeah.
We've already just look out, Thea. Be careful.
Explosions.
I'm on a mission.
Okay.
So you pull one of the bricks. You see this small pine box that is sitting, just resting in this little alcove, and you pull it out, and you open it, and you see this small, what looks like a jeweler's loop.
Can I, okay. I don't really know what a jeweler's loop is, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's like it's like a handheld magnifying glass, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does anything about it give off some kind of magical aura?
You see around the
Anything else?
edge, there's like arcane symbols, like like etched into the material.
Okay. I'll take the box as well, put the brick back in, and then I'll hop down.
Okay. So,
Anzu, can you identify this?
Yes, of course. Sorry, my allergies are kicking in.
there's a lot of dust in this old keep.
Should we
Cast
do this
inspect
here?
on that and then read the note that Braun gave me.
Should we do this here, or should we...
Braun, from what you know,
Animus bombs.
it seems as though the mechanism is fine. Like, it's not going to go off.
Okay.
And so you identify this loop, and you see that this is used to peer through arcane barriers. You can like put it up to your eye, and you'll be able to see if there's people that are invisible, if there's like false walls created by magic, stuff like that. You can see ghosts.
Okay.
Can I hold it up to my eye?
Yeah, there's nothing special in here. There's
Oh, that would
Oh,
have been
dang
sick,
it.
though.
There's also some other mechanism on it that you don't quite know what it's doing. And it seems like it's just kind of haphazardly like on the back end of it. Like it's just extra runes that are there. You can't really figure out what that would mean. But you read the note, and the note says, "Only those who are worthy may see this room. Only those who are brave may survive its challenges, and only those who are heroes may find its reward."
Basically, we are worthy enough to be in this room. We need to go to these marks to find special rewards. With the potential of death, by the way.
Well, there's always that.
What is our group without
everyday
the
life.
potential of death?
Exactly.
Not living unless there's always the potential of death.
Yeah, Anzu.
Oh.
Doesn't mean you should approach it.
Are we all good here?
So Animus, you've studied maps enough. You kind of have a general idea of where everything is. You see that one of them is marked in Onoa, but it was before Onoa was a city. So that one is probably going to be harder to find. But you get a general location of everything on the map.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll mark it up with the other map. I would be able to find it with my researcher.
Yep. But that is everything you guys find in this room.
Jacob, can you type what that thing said in the Discord so I can write it down?
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm gonna keep the note and maybe even the box and just like put the thingy in the box and keep it with me.
I forget the first thing I said already. Gosh dang it. I'll do that later, Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, because yeah. What was your question,
Watch
Thea?
it back. Oh, I just said I was gonna keep the thingy with me.
Okay.
Put it back in the box. Keep the box just in case something
Just in case
is
you need a box.
special about it. Yeah, in case I need a box.
Well, I guess we head out, or I mean, I'll start heading out. I don't know if anyone's trying to chill or something, but
Okay.
I don't
So-
like being in a room with explosives.
Animus, as you pass through, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good thing I was the first one out.
Depends.
Well, I guess it does depend, but I rolled a 27.
Okay. As you walk out, you see the room behind you. It just disappears, and it looks like there's a wall there.
Can I touch it?
Solid wall.
Can
I walk
can
out
they see
also?
me touching the wall? Like, can they see me trying
yeah.
to touch something?
Yeah. They can see you touching the wall.
All right, I'm
But
just
them, it's just like you're touching air.
yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of look at them, or I'm gonna look in the direction because I would assume I probably know that what is going on here with all the other traps that they're trying to put up. I'll just kind of like give them all like a wave. I don't know if they can hear me. If you can hear me, just letting you know once you leave that room, it's over. I'm currently talking to a wall, but I'm gonna start walking out, and I'll see you guys upstairs.
You guys do not hear a word of what he says.
I'm
It's just like his mouth is
just
moving. It's like a mime trying to talk. It's just like you're not hearing anything.
I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna go upstairs and then kind of
Yeah.
and then walk away.
If I go through and then I look through the glass, what does it look
Would
like?
you like to go through?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 20. Not
20.
natural.
Okay, so you walk through, the wall is there. As you hold up the jeweler's loop, you can see through the door, but the loop is heating up, and you start to hear this as the entire keep is starting to blow up. There are charges. The last final thing on that jeweler's loop was a failsafe. This is the last thing, so that no one will ever be able to see this ever again. The entire keep is going to blow up now.
Well, I'm glad I walked out.
The entire thing starts to shake as this loop is getting so hot. You put it back in the box, put the box away, and you guys need to get out of here quick.
I
I'm
would,
gonna.
I would like to say I 100% think Brady would say that Zygon uses a stone right now. Because
Yeah, but where
Zygon-
would he teleport to?
To me, because I'm way ahead of them and walking up the stairs.
Okay. Okay. So you see Zygon appear in front of you, and he just kind of looks around, like he doesn't know where he is. And then he's like, "Hey, where are we again?"
Walking up the stairs. Why? Weren't you just?
I
in
guess
the
I just
vault?
blacked out for a little bit. That was weird.
All right. Well, I'm walking slowly. Is he telling me that everything is exploding?
Oh, well, you can feel the whole building is shaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Might just be another door opening up. We don't know.
Who knows? There might be extra doors.
Well, it's a good
Maybe
thing.
there's
that-
like 6 doors.
Remember that time I said we need to get out of here? I'm gonna start moving a little quicker now.
So you start running down the hall as walls are caving in and rocks are coming down. Who's leaving the room? How are you guys leaving the room?
Well, there's only one way in and out that we know of, right?
Yeah.
Of the room, so
Yeah. You did see Zygon teleport out though, using the stone.
right. Yeah, I guess I'll teleport as well to.
Okay. Brian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, does Zygon not remembering where he is that a part of the wisdom thing?
Well, I rolled a wisdom saving throw.
So,
Oh my
for the
God.
purposes of the Dungeon Delver, is that a trap? I have advantage to avoid or resist traps.
It's
a magical trap.
It's not necessarily a trap, but I'll let you have it.
Okay.
I'll let you have
like,
it.
because I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing, but like it's one of those tricky things. It's like I have to know whether it's a trap or not.
I'll allow it. I'll allow the advantage.
What was the roll? Wisdom saving throw. Okay. That is a 12.
12. So, Braun, you appear as Animas and Zygon are mid-running as the building is starting to collapse, and you look around you, and you're like, wait, how did I... Wait. Okay, where? And you don't quite remember where you are, and you definitely do not remember being inside that room at all. You don't remember that at all. You remember, like, teleporting away from the Ashari, and, like, is this where we teleported to? Because you said it was going to be weird, and, like, stuff might be going on. But you immediately get into a full sprint, not enough time to talk. Lochnar and Anzu, we'll go ahead and say you guys also teleport out. You both have advantage on this roll, which I will explain later.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your rolls.
Us?
Yeah, Thea's a few paces behind you guys.
What do I do? Do I just like roll a
wisdom saving throw? So you roll a
advantage.
d20, and then you have advantage, and then you'll add your wisdom modifier to it. And if you're proficient, you'll add your proficiency. I think Corey's frozen. Oh no, he's not. He was just contemplating. You're fine, man.
21.
21. Okay. Lochnar, wisdom saving throw for me. You have advantage.
No. Yeah, 8.
Okay. So Lochnar, you teleport in. You're like, wait a second, and then you see this book in your hand, and you're like, and you remember what you just did. It just comes back to you in a second, and you're like, oh yeah, and then you start grunting because the building's collapsing. Anzu, you're fine. Everything's fine. So you guys run and get out of this building. You get to the main dining room area, courtyard, or main area. You see the tapestries in the main area are rolling themselves up, and you see as they roll themselves up, they teleport away. Then you see this large door with a bar across it that it looks like it's a barricaded door. But
look like the way out.
Yeah, that's the door out.
While we're running, I'm going to shape change into an earth elemental.
Okay.
And try to just push through the door as an earth, like.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Yeah, let me grab my earth elemental. Because they also
elemental stats.
They also, I think, have advantage against structures.
They have siege, I believe. Yeah.
They do, yeah. Right. Siege monster elemental deals double damage to objects and structures.
Well, there you go.
What am I doing?
Strength check.
Strength check.
Yeah.
11.
11. You slam into the door. Was that with advantage?
Oh. 11. I rolled a 6 and a 1.
This door seems to be reinforced pretty good. Lochnar, you brush the earth elemental out of the way. You plow into this thing. I need you to make a strength check.
Gotcha.
As the building itself is starting to collapse in on you guys.
I'll try to hold the stuff up so that nothing kind of hits anyone. And then also try to help Lochnar at the same time.
17. Sorry. I was doing the math in my head.
You're fine. You hit your shoulder into it. The door flings open. You guys continue to run out as you see the wall around the keep begin to crumble. And you make it into the field in front of this keep. And you see it's just a pile of rubble. And sitting partially on its side is a large skull. and that is what remains of Gray Skull Keep. And we're going to take a little break.
Oh my.
So, Gray Skull Keep lays in, not ruins, but in rest, I guess. You guys take a few, probably about an hour to walk to Emon, a few miles away. You get there. The city is hustling and bustling as ever. You come in from the southeast gate, or maybe northeast. I don't know, whichever gate is accurate. But you begin to go through, and you notice nothing really seems out of the ordinary here. Like this war that you guys have been anticipating, if it's going on or is about to go on, Emon doesn't seem to know about it. Everyone's, buying and selling stuff. Everybody's having fun. The kids are playing. Nothing is really out of the ordinary.
To be fair, I did say Emon's government is too big to be one of the governments that would be taken over, at least this early.
Okay.
So I didn't expect it to be different.
So as you begin walking through the main central roads of the city, Braun.
Yes.
You see a figure that's tailing you guys.
Uh-oh.
Cloaked figure. By themselves.
Again.
I'm gonna, without making any movements, kind of alert the group that someone might be following us. I don't know if it's the dragon guy, but would we be able to tell, at least similar stature?
Just from the build, this is probably not the person that's been with the big dragon sword. It's probably not him.
Okay.
This person's a little stockier, a little thicker in the triceps.
When Braun kind of alerts us, can I, is there a way for me to, very slyly, invoke duplicity and find a way to split off and make it look like my duplicate is walking with them? Is that a possibility?
Make a sleight of hand check, and we will see from there.
Because our larger bodies could kind of be a smoke screen for her to do this behind.
14.
Okay, so you make a duplicate of yourself. I need you to make a stealth check.
Okay, I can do that. I hope. Watch me roll a 1. Oh my god, it was a 7. It looked like a 1 for a second. So 20, not natural.
Okay, so you guys turn a corner, and Thea invokes duplicity, and you see her kind of edge off and kind of blend into the crowd a little bit. As her duplicate, which you've never really had time to kind of look at this duplicate, it's kind of got a blank expression, and it kind of moves a little jittery. It's odd for sure. It's kind of and you the face does not change expression. The stride is always the same speed. If you guys speed up or slow down, it is off-putting, to say the least. It's like if Thea had no emotion whatsoever. So Thea, as you're waiting for this figure to pass by, you see this cloaked figure, and now you are in between them, and it's the group, the person, and then you.
Yeah. Can I I don't know, is there anything noticeable under the cloak? Can I spot anything interesting, discerning about him? Anything that give him away at all?
Oof. Are we having internet issues, or is that just me?
It's Abby's internet is going a little bit. Sorry, Abby.
Little wonk. Okay.
Wonk over there.
Wait,
yet?
we're back.
Better.
We're back.
Better.
Okay.
I changed.
Just say she succeeds.
Now.
Yeah. So, so you kind of examine this person. Just a bigger dude, but you see a tail come out from behind the cloak, and it's a cat tail, and it's like this like jet black fur.
Do we know anyone?
Yeah, you
Jet
do.
Black Tabaxi.
Yeah.
It's the one. Is it
It's-
Traxar?
Traxar!
Oh my god. Because he's part of the fucking fucker group.
Yeah, you tell him, Caleb.
The clasp.
The class.
Yeah, you tell him.
Of course
Yeah,
he'd
the
be
fucker
following
group.
us.
You also notice on his side, you see this larger sort of sword that has like this strange like divot in it, and then you see this thin blade.
I
Fucking
like that.
guy. Jacob, I just...
I'm good.
Sorry,
Oh.
Abby.
I had no plan. I just started talking.
Just
So.
for just for the purposes of the fact that I haven't mentioned him this episode, Peggy is with us.
Okay. Yeah, I assumed.
He would.
I assumed.
I just forgot to say he would have teleported with us, and then he probably would have just stayed in the dining room while we were looking around the house, and then he would have gotten out with us. But Peggy is with
Yep,
us.
I assumed so.
Okay.
So you guys are getting close to the guild hall, as you guys are going, and you see Traxar begins to kind of look around at the surroundings, and he notices that you guys are getting closer to your guild hall. So he starts picking up his pace, trying to catch you guys. Not running, but definitely fast walking.
I'm gonna match his pace and
Okay.
keep my little distance.
Okay. So, as you guys are about to turn the corner to go down the street that the guild hall's on, Braun, you hear Traxar behind you, and you immediately draw a blade and hold it up to him, and he's just...
My duplicate's gonna face him, and then I'm gonna like be on the other side.
Okay. Well,
What do you
that's
want?
that's cool. I'm here to warn you.
Why would you warn us?
Let's just say the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Who is that enemy?
We can't really... It's pretty crowded.
Okay. Well,
Can I
why don't
insight
you
check him?
stand here in the middle of our group and we'll head on, keep going down to our guild hall,
See, that's another problem.
because you can't be seen with us.
No.
Please
I
tell me there's
believe
still a guild hall.
It's still there, Anzu, but
Okay. Wait, what?
I'm worried it's a little compromised. I can explain more, but a lot of open ears and prying eyes.
Then where would you propose we speak?
Are the Slayers take
You
compromise?
can come with me.
Rolled a
I don't know.
19.
19. He's not lying to you guys.
I'll just kind of
He-
nod
He
at Braun.
firmly believes that there is something wrong, that you guys can become allies, however briefly it may be, and that there is something wrong with the guild hall. Braun, you see the checks out.
If
So-
there's nothing wrong at the Slayers Take, could we not just go in the back entrance of the Slayers Take and talk there?
Well, I would prefer it if you just came with me.
See,
And
but
here.
coming with you...
Here. He takes his two swords off his belt and he hands
That
the
doesn't
hilts
help.
to
You're
you,
part
Braun.
of an entire guild of people who...
Oh, really? And you see he pulls down his cloak, and you can see the Slayer or the class brand that's on his neck is crossed out,
Oh,
like he's been excommunicated.
yeah. Well, either way, I think there's no reason not to at least try and hear him out. We could just be, minding everything around us, make sure nothing else is shady going on here.
We're in
We're
the
also
middle
gonna
of
need as much help as we can get for this war.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
in the middle of Emon also. It's not like he can do anything middle of the day, guards walking up and down the streets. They don't exactly
There's
take
6 of us, 1 of him.
Unless he's still with
That we
the
know
guild.
of.
Yeah.
7. If
Well,
you include my duplicate.
8 if you
I
include
think
Peggy.
we can. Well, let's go check it out then. Let's follow
All right.
him.
Follow me. So he takes you into a side street, and you can see this larger building that overlooks where the guilds and everything are housed. You can see that the top of the build, like as you guys are going further and further up, you notice that the building itself should not be this tall. From the outside, it looks like it's a 2-story building. This is easily a 5 or 6-story building. There's some sort of enchantment on it that makes it seem smaller than it actually is. This is used as a safe house, a storehouse, and a watchtower for the clasp. It gets you up into the top room. Okay, we should have some time before they know we're here. I wouldn't do this if I thought I could trust other people. So back a few weeks, Artlist and I were sent on a scouting mission to, see if we could take a place. When we got there, a bunch of these guys in this weird black armor was there, and there were these 3 women.
Oh no.
So, Artillus and I fought them as much as we could, but
was he taken?
they cheap shotted me, and I don't know where he is.
Of course.
When I got back to the boss, he said, "Win some, you lose some." And when I suggested that we send a unit to go find Artillus, he said that I was unloyal to the clasp, and I couldn't stand for that. So, with what strength I did have, I challenged him. I lost, and I've been living on the street for the last 2 weeks. But I've been watching your guild, seeing when you would get back, and there's something weird going on.
I have a
You're not
question.
wrong.
I have a question.
I've been seeing a lot of people come in and out. A lot of them wearing your colors or whatever. It's pretty garish, isn't it? But I don't know if you know, but your recruitment numbers are through the roof. You have at least 30 members now.
Oh boy.
What?
Are you calling this weird?
Well,
We've been getting the word out as we've traveled.
considering, in all due respect, considering that I was born and raised in this town, I've seen a lot of people that I haven't seen before. And a lot of people that don't look like regulars.
I have a quick.
Any of your other clasp people?
No one from the class.
Quick side question for you, Traxar. Your boss is or former boss is the class member's head, the Beholder, right?
Yeah, but that's a long story.
I mean, it's not that long when I just tell you that he was part of the group that probably also took you and Artillus out and also took Artillus. It's a short story when I
you
say
see
it that
him
way.
contemplate this. I never did like that stupid flying meatball.
Traxar, when you have a moment, I like to speak with you.
You're speaking to
We have a
him
moment
now.
right now.
Well,
You're gonna be secretive with someone who isn't trustworthy, Anzu?
we'll see.
What the fuck?
So what would you suggest is going on here then?
I think you've been infiltrated
By
by whoever.
even if that's the case, why would you try and help us out because of this? Do you think
As
they are
I
enemies
said.
to the clasp, or just you, or?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend,
Mhm.
and I figure I help you out. Later down on the line, you help me out. It seems as though the means don't really matter when our ends are the same.
I mean, if nothing else, we could award money for the information if it holds to be true. At
I
least
don't
get
have
you
any
back up
need
on
for
your
money.
feet. Well, I don't know
I
what
suggest
else
that
you would
bring back
suggest then.
Draxa and I guess hold him as a prisoner. Have him sniff out the rat.
Or
My suggestion is that I give you this information, and when you take it upon yourself, because I know you want to kill the beholder, as you like to call him, give me a little heads up. Maybe I'll come by.
Noted.
That's all the payment I need. Also, if you learn anything about Artillis, let me know.
Was he your Kinku friend?
yep.
Mhm.
He was. He is.
Jacob, I'm gonna have a little
So,
moment where I just kind of like, I'm gonna kind of like stare off and like just completely, because I'm remembering something that me and you did, that that was part of that one shot we did, or the little one-on-one we did, and I'm just gonna kind of like have that be what I'm focusing on right now.
Mm.
Oh, we actually have an allies sheet on our fucking thing.
Okay.
I just
So-
I wouldn't go to your guild hall unless you know safe.
Well, maybe we can communicate with someone we can trust within there.
Who can you trust?
good question.
I think
Ghostbusters.
That's who you're gonna call.
Garnash
Whatever. Close enough.
might be trustworthy, but the best way to go
Does-
about it would be not to let him know that we are approaching, but just asking about how things are going.
We shouldn't
I
mention
definitely think we should make our presence known.
If anyone is,
Act as if nothing's wrong.
if anyone's trustworthy,
I mean, if we want to make our presence known, I'm a specialty at that.
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't suggest that.
or we just walk into the guild hall and then we really just start laying it down, you know?
But if there's 30 random people that could be against us, even if they're weaker, there's a lot of them.
So let the Slayers take across the road know, and just give them a little ring whenever if
You don't know what their numbers are. They could have 5 people in there.
We don't, and we
You'd have
don't know if
2.
they've rigged the place as well to
Just,
How close?
specifically fight
just
us.
send me in there.
Maybe stop by
How close are we to the guild hall?
You can see it from where you guys are.
the Slayers take
Ooh.
and ask if anyone who's joined there. Have you noticed
Hold
anyone
on.
checks out?
No, not really.
Traxa. Do you have anything better to do from your day-to-day life?
Well, currently looking for a way to murder someone, but other than that, pretty free.
Well, when you aren't doing that, why don't you just go into the guild as a patron?
Your members don't really want me in there. Tried to get a drink the other day.
Well,
Didn't go well.
I'll take care of it.
we've had no
go in there
problems allowing.
And give me records of everything you see that's abnormal.
Well, go ahead.
I can give us a little sneak peek about what we might be walking into if you'll give me about 10 minutes.
I don't know if we have 10
um,
miness, but that's
If
fine
you
with
give
me.
me about 1 minute, I can give you a little sneak peek of what's happening.
Always gotta one up me. Go away.
Capiche? I haven't done this in so long. I just want to say.
What, one up the?
Nope. I would like to turn into a cat, and I would
Okay.
like to
Oh, boy.
start walking toward. I'd like to run over to the guild hall.
You
Okay,
realize
you gonna-
whoever is the rat is probably.
It's gonna take 10 minutes for you to watch
It's
and then
not
come
gonna
back.
take me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
what are
you're
you
on
gonna-
the 6th floor of a building, so that's gonna take you time to get down. Then you got to walk there as a cat.
I just
You
wanted
said
to
we
use a
can
fun
see it
spot.
from where we are. I thought
Yeah,
we were like across
yeah.
the
You guys
road.
are you guys are on a different street. Like it's like a block, probably.
Well, when you're on a skyscraper in New York, you can see fucking every house. Doesn't mean you can get there in 10 minutes.
I just thought he
So,
meant we
I'm
were
just-
across the street. I will
No.
not do that then.
I mean,
You
we're
guys are a block
close
away.
by. But point is, I'm going to cast clairvoyance, and I'm gonna choose to see into the guild hall. Just the let's see. I guess just the like main area where we all
Yeah.
usually hang out with the bar and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like choose to like see into it. I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the little jeweler's loop as a focus for it and like look through it and be like, hello.
So you look in there. Hasn't been opened yet for business. You see a few people that you don't recognize kind of roaming around. Everything's kind of dark. It seems as though a lot of people are just now getting up and it's noon. You see Soph is wiping down the bar. But that's about it. There's nothing super big going on. You also see that the quest board is completely empty. There's nothing on it.
We can trust Soph.
I don't know.
We can trust
Interesting.
Garnash.
I have like 10 minutes, or wait, how long do I get to see for? Yeah, I think I just get to see for like 10 minutes. So I'm just going to watch for like 10 minutes and see if how many people I don't recognize come in. that kind of
Around
thing.
15. Make a perception check.
While Thea's watching, can you hear me if I start talking, Thea?
I think so. 23.
23. So you notice these other people kind of roaming around, and you notice that Soph has not moved. He has not stopped cleaning the one spot on the bar that he was cleaning. Like he's been doing it for like 5 minutes, and it's just the same motion over and over and over again.
I don't like that.
Seems suspicious.
Nope.
Seems a little sus. I don't see it, but it seems sus.
That's like me when I got really high and was learning how to close the bar at work.
Nice.
And then I just watched the beer grate for 15 minutes. And then they told me to leave.
And that's how you close.
That's how you close.
Can I just point something out while Thea's using her magic? If we've already entered Emon, we've been seen by a good amount of people. It's going to be weirder if we don't show up at our guild hall. And it's going to be even
We could have other
weirder.
errands to go to first.
That's true, but we're in the city, and if someone knows we're in the city, and one of the people who we've helped or have been to our bar and or any of that, because we are relatively well known now in the city, then they could show up at the bar this morning and be like, "Oh, I see the Flagon Slayers returned," and then everyone knows, and then it looks sus that we didn't go straight back to the guild hall. Why would you ever go on an errand before going back to the guild hall?
I mean, I don't think that's
Plenty
the
of reasons.
weirdest thing. I just think if we never showed up, it would be weirder.
I think
So-
I think the most normal thing to do would be walk back into our guild hall. All of us act like nothing's wrong, because if what Traxar's telling us is true, then that's something we have to figure out. But maybe not just walk in arms blazing, fucking, "Hey, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Where do you come from? What the fuck are you doing here?" All that shit, you know.
So the last 30 seconds of your clairvoyance, you see that the torches and stuff in the bar suddenly turn on, and then you see the door open, and you see Richter walk in, and then Soph greets him, and the rest of the members kind of ignore him, and Richter goes up to the bar, and then boom, your clairvoyance goes away.
Nice.
Richter's there.
Well, it's time for me to say hello.
Remember that time we forgot about Richter showing up today? Maybe we all just walk in.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over there.
I think you're making a mistake.
We'll
Well,
find out, I guess.
Traxar,
We'll keep it.
if we're making a mistake, is there a way for us to contact you if we need you then?
I'll be watching.
Alright.
Noted.
So as you
then
guys are about,
what would you suggest we do then, Traxar?
well, guild becomes a lot more active at night. Probably be best to just wait and see what they do then.
Ooh.
When they're active, or like in the morning when they're not active?
Well, the more people that are out, the more likely you are to get in there without much trouble.
Thea, did anything seem
Right.
weird when you were looking in?
Something's up with Soph.
Something's always up with Soph. I talk with him all the time. What are you talking about?
He was standing at the bar for 10 minutes, scrubbing the same spot over and over and over. And did not move. Didn't go down the bar to clean the whole thing, just...
Jacob, does that sound like a spell that I would know, like something that could do that?
Make an Arcana check.
I would like to say that in this moment, Zygon would 100% ask, how's
33.
the pole look?
You couldn't
how
see
did
it
the
from
pole
your
look?
perspective. You couldn't see it.
Oh god.
It was 33.
We have to check out the pole.
Dang, I should have insight checked Soph. Could I insight check Soph, or is that...
I'll say you can retroactively, like, you can be like, okay, was that weird? I'll let you. What'd you roll into?
33.
33.
Ooh.
So, there are a few spells that could do something similar, but nothing that would do that from what you know of.
Unless it's not Soph. Unless it's a fake Soph, and they've taken out
27.
our main
27.
characters.
Yeah, I mean, Soph's a weird dude, but, like, he is efficient, and he's good at his job. So that's kind of odd. And also the fact that, like, as soon as Richter came in, he was back to normal is also kind of weird.
Interesting.
Also, Soph isn't just a bartender. He goes out to do missions, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does,
He does them the least. He does them
It's
the
almost
least.
like they go
Yeah.
into like a hibernation mode.
What if I disguise myself and I walk in? And then I come back, I get one drink at the bar, say hi to Soph, walk out, tell you guys what happened.
I could do that too.
We could have two of us.
And if they see you, they jump you, kill you,
If
and
they
then what are you gonna do?
What if they see myself as disguised? What are they seeing? They're just seeing us.
I don't know.
Your people don't really like strangers that much anymore.
Richter is in there.
I mean, I could message him and ask him to meet us somewhere specific.
Let's do that.
I'll send a
Or
message to Richter. Oh,
disguise
Jacob.
self, walk in, see what's going on.
I'm more concerned about Richter at this moment.
Yeah.
We could tell him when we get in there. Just slip him a little note.
I really don't think.
Jacob,
Maybe we should wait.
God, what's a good place in Amon that we...
The Slayer's
Yeah.
Take. Let's check out the Slayer's
You
Take.
No.
you have permanent access to Mathis's house.
Yeah, we'll go to Mathis's house.
What I was gonna suggest.
I don't want to go to the Slayer's
I forgot
Take.
about that.
If we're compromising, they are too.
I'll send a message to Richter. Richter,
That's not 2 words. That's 2 syllables.
I know, I was gonna start another word and then I stopped. I can't count. Bad at math. Richter, meet us at Mathis's house. Is he in the Cloud Top district?
Yeah, he's in the Cloud Top district.
In
He has like
the
a state
Cloud
Cloud Top district.
He probably knows Mathis.
district.
Maybe.
He might have.
Because he's always running
We're
around. getting
worried
pulled,
the
probably.
guild has been compromised.
At the
Urgent.
very least,
Now.
Mathis should have an idea of what's going on if he's here or back.
So the last you heard, he was in Western.
Yeah,
For that meeting.
he was going to check out what was going on.
And that was about a week ago that you guys checked in with him.
Unless
Okay.
he teleported back, he won't be back yet.
So you send the message to Richter. Then about 3 minutes pass, and you guys can see him of the guild hall and start heading towards the Cloud Top district.
Let's head
Um,
there.
Yeah, I'll polymorph into a finch and kind of fly down to his shoulder.
Okay.
I will disguise self as a pretty normal looking half elf man, commoner clothes, muddy boots, and I'm gonna have
The common man.
I mean muddy boots. I'm working. It's not like the streets are dazzling clean in this area.
They're pretty great. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm a working man, and I've got a shovel on my back. I'm walking with a little shovel.
Okay. He's a ditch digger.
Yeah, I'm a ditch digger.
I would also like to disguise myself.
As a ditch digger.
No.
Because we're walking together as ditch diggers.
No, I'm gonna walk away from you.
God damn it.
Just vague elf. Brown hair, maybe like high elf kind of thing.
A little bit
But,
snottier.
I have to ask how
Yeah.
effective it's going to be when only some of us can change our appearance, but we're only known to travel together.
Teleport
Like-
to us
I mean,
when
we can
get
like
there.
walk separately.
Oh, you can
Teleport to
use
us
the
when we get
stone
there.
once we get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess I can.
I've got my shovel over
that's a
my
good idea.
shoulder, and then I look back to the others and be like, teleport to me in about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to start whistling a song because ditch digger whistles and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
My
go over
high
to
elf
Richter's
form is
shoulder.
gonna give him a snotty look. I'm gonna spit in his direction.
Wow, you're going to
You know
look down on me like
Jacob.
that.
When I get to Richter's shoulder, I want to, in a finch, like, singing tone, sing his little lullaby that he used to love as a kid, so he knows it's me.
Okay. So you land on his shoulder, and he says, "Oh, hello, little bird." And then you start. He's, okay, that's very funny. And he holds out his finger for you.
Would you remember it?
Huh?
Would you remember it as
Do
a
it
finch?
right now.
No, I'm wondering.
Yeah,
if you
I mean,
would
I
remember
he
it as a finch.
used polymorph. He didn't use like shape change, so he's still.
If you polymorph, you lose your intelligence, you lose your wisdom, and you
Yeah,
lose
but
your...
he's still him. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
For flavor,
Muscle
we'll
memory,
say
you
it's
know?
fine.
Yeah, that's what was my question.
It's fun.
So he's got you out on his finger as he's walking through this crowded area of people.
But he knows where he's going, right?
Yeah, he knows where he's going.
I'm taking.
He knows what Cloud Top is at least.
I'm taking a
I'll
different
just be a happy
direction.
little finch on a finger.
Okay. So about 10 minutes pass, and in that 10 minutes, Braun, you've noticed that Traxar is just kind of, he's keeping apprised of the entire area and kind of just watching and waiting. As you're about to leave, Lochnar and Zygon teleport away, and he stops you. I'll take those back, by the way.
All right, I'll hand them over. I assumed like while I was hanging out there, I was just kind of testing them, seeing how they felt and everything. Just
Yeah, and he knew you were doing that, and he did not care.
yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Doesn't he have one of the special swords too?
What?
Yeah, he does.
Traxar has one of the special swords from your book.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
as a pair, silk and something.
I think it's Silk and Chisel. He looks at you as he's sheathing his swords. You know, I don't really consider us foes.
Hmm.
You have your way of helping people, and I have mine. That's it.
Well, I'm not sure how you help people as part of the clasp. I've only seen them hurting and killing people, innocent people.
Well, innocent people aren't always so innocent.
That's
Also,
true.
the clasp has done a lot for this city and a lot for this country.
Oh.
We provide food for those who don't have it. We check those who are in power. We do a lot. But I can understand how, to an outside observer, it seems like we're only just bad.
Not just an outside observer. We've been attacked while just doing our thing
And
multiple times.
what
accused
makes
of
you
doing.
think? What makes you think that little attack on your guild had anything to do with the clasp?
We've seen the marks. We've seen the brands, the everything, and we can't.
Yeah, those can't be faked.
Right.
Some bullshit.
Well, can this information you've said be faked? I mean, if branding can be faked, then so could your crossed out brand.
I'll let you feel it if you want.
Well, I mean,
The,
it doesn't matter.
The burn
Magic
hasn't
goes,
quite healed.
right. But people go to
And
great lengths to get some things done. You could have been branded that way to appear like you've been excommunicated.
you're right. You're right. But, Braun, nothing I've said today has been a lie. And nothing I say to you is a lie. You're honorable.
I try to be.
You're me if life had gone a little bit different.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
you
don't
should
have-
get going.
yeah. We'll see each other around.
I'll see you before you see me.
Yeah, maybe you'll pick up a few tips watching me.
Maybe.
And I'm going.
Gone.
Teleporting. Yeah.
All right, so you guys arrive at Mathis's house. You can see the yard is unkempt like usual. Everything's looking a little shabby, you know. You notice that there is a new attendant in the manor now that Tabitha is gone.
Ooh.
Kind of a shorter halfling woman, broad-shouldered, you know, stout for a halfling. And she opens the door. Oh, hello everyone. How are we?
Are we
I'm a
all...
Finch.
Good. How are you?
Oh, doing good. Doing good.
I've still got the shovel over my shoulder. Yeah, looks like you need a little bit of yard work done here. Just brought my shovel by.
Oh, are you? Did they send you from the agency?
No, but I could probably help out with the yard work anyways.
Well, okay. Go right ahead. Yeah.
I think I have a spell to do this,
We
actually.
were hoping we could come inside. Mathis gave us permission
Oh,
to,
Master Mathis.
use his space if we
Yes,
ever
of course.
needed to.
Of course. Come on in.
I'm trusting. Can I insight check her? I don't trust.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have been given plenty of reason to not, so go ahead.
I know
just-
trusty trust.
Just know
I think it's pretty sus.
It is pretty sus.
18.
18. Yeah, she just seems like a housekeeper / custodian of the property. She seems to know you guys. Like maybe Mathis told her about you before he left.
Even if we don't look like us?
Well, the others are with you, so
Yeah, the entire
Yeah.
group is here.
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was just the
Including-
two of us at first.
Including Richter, and as he walks up, and then I told her, "Oh, hello everyone," and he holds out, hands you as a bird. I'll finish that story later, Father. It's quite funny. You could probably, we're here now, so
Okay, I'll undo myself.
okay. So, and you land on the ground yourself.
Hello there, son.
Hello.
Did you notice anything weird in there when you walked in?
No. Lot of people though. Been getting those recruitment numbers up.
Yes, well, sadly,
Mhm.
that's kind of bit us.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Well, I'm sure you
Yeah.
could fill me in, and well, let's get inside. I'm hungry.
Oh, by the way, Braun has the same diet with you now. Maybe you could help him find something.
Oh, he eats precious gemstones?
Oh, maybe. Nah, I was thinking more.
He
of the
probably could.
inside.
I've been inflicted with some sort of curse from a ancient green dragon, and now I can only eat
Ooh.
raw meat.
Well, I've been studying dragon culture, so maybe I could take a look at that.
Oh,
I
God.
would appreciate that greatly.
Be so nice.
Ooh, Applied science. I love it.
I like my fur.
My bag of holding has been having a weird stench to it ever since I've been carrying around raw meat and fish, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that does it. So you guys go in. You go to the dining hall.
Zygon asks about the pole to Richter.
I have grave news.
Oh, God.
It was very dirty. It was quite dirty.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know how to break this to you. It was quite
Imposters
dirty.
confirmed.
Oh, God.
And-
I was honestly kind of surprised. Like, I was like, so what's going on with the poll? And he's like, oh, and then he told me a big story. Guards like to talk.
Oh, no.
Interesting. He
If
didn't seem to like to
Soph-
talk when I peeked in on him.
If Soph's mind has not been taken over, he's fired. I just want everyone to know that right now.
Almost dead, or he's dead.
He better be mind controlled right now, or else. Where's Garnash anyway? Was Garnash in there, Richter?
Didn't see him.
That's,
Asked
what I
about
saw.
him. They said he was out on a mission with some of the others.
well,
The quest board was empty.
We need to see if he has some of these new members with him. They may be attempting to get rid of him or do something else to him.
I think
Ooh, it sounds as though a mystery is afoot.
Yes.
Garnash is our most trusted member. If you don't remember, we did bring him back from the Feywild, so he would have had absolutely no recollection or any sort of relationship with people beforehand, because Feywild in time. But
Animus, we don't know how far this spans. I mean, he could have been planted there for all we know.
Garnash, I really would say is our most trusted member. We've got
He couldn't have been planted there because we found him in the Feywilds, but he could have been approached at a later time on his missions out and about, or something.
Didn't you
happened
say
to him
he
while
was
out and about.
Didn't you say he was a mercenary before he joined
Yeah,
you?
some kind of bounty hunter or something.
Well, I don't like to judge people,
Oh.
but they usually go to the highest bidder.
I would also like to say another thing about Garnash. He was not just a mercenary. I forget the exact name, Jacob.
What his race is?
No. What he? Yeah. His race and like what he does in.
So
in
he
plane
was
hopping.
he was a member of the GIF Navy, Air Force, whatever you want to call it, military, and he got discharged from them, and then he became an interplanetary bounty hunter.
Yes.
I don't know that we're in the position to be defending blindly when we barely know some of these people.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to trust anyone anymore.
Right.
I think we should go in there with an abundance of caution
Richter,
and a keen eye to make sure we keep ourselves safe and accomplish our goals.
I
Frankly.
agree with you, but I'm just saying I think Garnash is the one person I would put my trust in right now. Turk has been on this plane. He was in a position where we found him locked up. He's a fucking person that Lochnar hates because he's a bard. all his bard friends. He already had a group, and they already joined the guild. Oh, Stevan. We could trust Stevan unless his mom's part of the group, and then we're fucked because his mom will tell him anything.
Why don't we just assume we trust no one right now?
I like that more.
Ah.
Finally,
Richter.
you guys get it.
Richter, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, well, a lot of traveling, sometimes airship, sometimes wing, you know. Uh, no, I've been talking to people, trying to, get them to come to the college and maybe be teachers, or, the bank account's a little low, so that's been kind of hard to convince them. But gained some weight, been stress eating a lot, not gonna lie. I need to work on that. I need to work
Can
on
I
that.
insight check him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jacob, while he's insight checking, I cast Conjure Animals, and I cast a herd of cows, and I tell them to cut the grass and the bushes.
Wouldn't goats be better?
Yeah, I'll say goats. I would know that.
Yes, as an animal person, you would know that.
I would know goats would be better, and they will cut the grass, and they will trim the hedges while we're in here talking.
Okay.
I got a 26, but I'm looking to see if everything is normal. Like if.
Yeah, he seems fine. He seems a little stressed out.
Okay, but that's really it. He's not like.
Yeah, he's not weird or anything. Like he's a little bit more he's more open because he knows everyone now, so he's kind of just more.
Okay.
I don't know. He's not as stressed about like hiding from you guys, but like he's stressed about getting the college up and running and like finding students and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure it's actually.
Oh yeah, it's him. It's him.
Okay.
The fact that he knew the lullaby also is very, very telling that it's him.
Okay. Well, yeah, should we bust it out to him? I mean, Richter could help to an extent. Also, probably ask him about Meryl.
Oh yeah, went by there a few days ago, went into Singorn trying to find, some elves to, and I asked your dad, because I said I'm your like nephew or whatever, and so he let me stay there, and I got to teach the kids a little bit. It was fun. It was pretty fun. I think your brother's gonna be an Eldritch Knight, maybe, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, they seem fine. Meryl's been really hitting the books on the religion stuff.
Is Annie okay?
Oh yeah. She said that there's been some bullies at school, but I told her that bullies are just people who don't have good home lives.
Hey Jacob, was Annie one of the ones I saw?
Yes.
Okay, and also,
you saw Annie and Artillis.
And
that's it.
Would I have? No, I never even saw the guy. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
No.
I still haven't told anyone about that, and I probably should coming soon.
But yeah, they're good. They're good. Yep. Your dad seems really like keen on them learning, so
Yeah, he's pretty keen on them.
Oh,
none of his.
He's even treating little Annie, pretty good. She doesn't.
It's good.
She's not like sleeping under the stairs or anything. She's got a nice room.
Okay.
It's real nice.
I'm glad he's found someone to parent.
Well, people try. People try, and sometimes you fail in the beginning. Like you should have seen Dad when he was first trying to raise me as a hatchling. It was hilarious. He was so bad at it. No offense. Oh, see, now he gets all touchy feely about it.
I'll take the burden of being a guinea pig child.
And I mean, like you worked out, you're like a really strong cleric, so that's cool,
It is what it is, but Anzu is concerned. There's a strange group of shadow soldiers and 3 women that follow them, and they've been snatching up various people, sometimes children. And we think it's because I'll just kind of, Not to go through the whole thing again, but you know.
World
See,
soul, blah blah blah.
he pulls a handful of like rubies and sapphires and emeralds and stuff, and he just stuffs them in his mouth and he starts chewing them. Sorry, I stress eat. Well, I would say that if whoever tries to siege Singorn is gonna be oh man, I don't even think I could do it, and I'm a dragon.
Yeah.
Richter, you mentioned that the school's lacking funds. How much funds are you needing?
Oh well, a lot. We got to basically rebuild the building. We were set to do an expansion. We lost a bunch of tuition money because, well, you know why.
Did you set aside some of your snack food to deal with that?
But I like my snacks.
I understand, but you said
Maybe you could eat on a budget.
Yeah.
I've been
spending my own money.
Maybe you could switch over from rubies to pearls, or.
Oh, pearls are nasty. They're all bitter and briny. It's so gross.
I'll tap his belly and I'll be like,
maybe you could switch to a copper diet.
Diamonds to opal, maybe.
Okay, I didn't know that this was going to be an attack. I understand I've gained weight. I understand that.
It's not an intervention, just I didn't know you're paying with your own money.
Well, it's really easy for me to do little side, little quests and stuff because dragon.
Yeah.
But I've been asking some governments for some funding. Like I actually have a meeting with what's her name? So it's one of those. Yes, that one. Okay, so I am scheduled to go to Whitestone in about a week, and because they're really big on arcane. They've been studying arcane engines and ways to make some pretty cool mechanical things. So I told them that I was thinking we could bring someone from there who's a specialist in that to become a professor at the school, and maybe we could get some funding from them, and that would be pretty cool.
I also had a new spell I wanted to teach you.
Oh, I love magic.
Middle of the city may
there a
not
way
be
I
a good place to do that.
Well, not right now.
do I have to use it for him to learn it?
For this kind of spell, you would probably it needs practical application, and that's how all spells work. But like you could teach him, like you could show him the formula, like the arcane formula to do it.
After we're done talking, I'll do that.
Okay.
Victor, where are you staying?
Oh well, haven't really thought about it. I was planning on doing an overnight flight to over to Vasselheim.
You could do that. If you do, would you be able?
They're not big on magic, but maybe they've got some sympathizers there, or maybe there's some kids in their orphanages that are showing some magical potential.
Could you check on someone for Braun?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Animus, that might not be a good thing to do.
No, it'd be a great thing.
I mean, who are you wanting me to check on? I can check on somebody.
I'll whisper in Animus's ear.
The child is chromatic.
The child is both.
Oh yeah.
Yes. No,
and the child is also
chromatic.
protected
If
under.
Richter sees him, Richter will rip his goddamn head off.
There's 5
There.
heads. Also, they are both chromatic and metallic.
Which one's a metallic?
Yeah.
No.
It's the body.
The body is
Oh,
a
the
platinum,
body.
like a platinum dragon, and then like the neck and stuff, like the bottom jaw is platinum, and then they've got chromatic heads.
They would also be in the Temple of Bahamut, and that would be a safe place for that to happen. At the very least, he could check in on the temple. He doesn't have to see the child.
All right, we'll explain it.
Oh,
to
is there a
without having to
magic
explain the whole
kid?
thing?
Is there a
Yeah,
kid?
we'll
There's a
explain the
dragon.
whole
More
like
than that.
There's a
5 heads
dragon
thing, blah, blah, blah.
child.
Oh. You've adopted another. Should I be jealous?
Well, no, he's more of a
He's part of the issue.
Or
at hand.
mine.
And
adopted
it's
cousin?
Braun's
Oh,
child.
well, you know,
Child.
adoption is a wonderful thing, Braun.
Braun
I'm sure you'll
has
be great.
quintuplets.
Yes.
Braun has quintuplets, and they may be.
Oh, that's a lot of paperwork.
Well, no, not exactly, Richter. It's more of one body, four heads.
Oh,
5 heads.
It's a godlike son of
Sorry, I
Bahamut
only
and
have 4
Tiamat,
fingers.
who may or may not be part of ending the world, and I don't want us to dance around it that much, but we just need you to check in on the Temple of Bahamut.
okay. A few things. One, there's writings from dragons of the past that have mentioned something like that. 2, bad. 3, really bad. 4,
We are.
I probably shouldn't interact with.
No,
who knows what happens?
No.
There's a story where one dragon had a big, like, long vision where if another dragon came in contact with this being, they'd get absorbed. So, you know, I'm gonna
You don't.
probably just some
You
old
don't-
dragon crazy.
You don't interact.
But, you know, I don't wanna-
just check on the Temple of
Check the
Bahamut.
temple.
They're not
well, I'm
gonna
sure
have
it's still
the
there.
child sitting in the middle of the temple. He's gonna be in a room. They are gonna be in a room somewhere or in a different area. So just check the front desk.
Oh, well, you know, I
I'm
will
assuming they didn't
try my
sneak
best.
out.
I will try my best.
All right.
You know, no promises. Don't feel like getting absorbed.
Yeah.
Understandable.
But you know, yeah, yeah.
Well, we need to have a talk, our group, about this whole guild thing and also some other things that I may or may not have possibly been keeping from the group.
Also, Richter, I died.
Oh, that should
I'll be
be
making
a
a little
more
soup.
intense conversation.
Well, you know, I feel like we need to unpack that a little bit. But
To
you
be
know, glad you're still
fair,
here.
He's died multiple times. This time was just a little bit closer than the others.
Oh, he like died.
Well, this time-
Kind of died.
Yeah.
Yeah, his soul is sworn to another now.
Oh, well, cool.
It's just the Raven
Yeah.
Queen, not a big thing. He'll.
I
talk
don't
to you
know if
about
I
it
can
later.
really process all that right now.
No, yeah.
We're
And
acting
you
very
see,
casual
see-
about this
you-
for some reason.
you see him start to go for his bag of jewels again. and
Hold
he's
on,
like,
hold on, wait, just one. Just do one. One jewel.
Man,
I'm gonna do
Jesus.
more.
Just do two.
He
Save
just
some
puts
for
a
the
whole
school,
handful in
Richter.
his mouth.
God damn it.
So, you know, yeah. If I told you this was the first time that he said he's died, you know, I'd be lying. So, know, Dad often gets into stuff that, you know, he's very curious. He's very
We've
curious.
seen him die 4 times now, so just to be
Well,
fair.
you know, that's
Okay.
less than me, but you know.
Thea, would you be able to ask Mathis if Richter could stay in one of his guest rooms here?
Oh, I'm planning. You don't
Are
need
you
to do
leaving
that.
tonight, or do you want to?
I'll get out of your hair. You know, I got meetings, and you know, the school
Actually,
year
Richter.
starts in 6 months, and we don't have any students enrolled. So you know, kind of feeling the
Maybe switch
pressure.
to- Richter, why don't you go to the Fae for a bit and talk to Titania? I'm sure she could help.
I don't know about
She helped
that.
build the college, right?
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
was a long time ago, and you know, like I haven't talked to her in a while.
Doesn't he need someone to allow
she
him in?
she missed my last birthday, you know, so that's still kind of,
Ooh, shit.
you know. I know
Ooh,
she's busy
sorry.
being like the queen and everything, but like I mean, like she used to give me shit. Like she hasn't sent me anything in a while either, so you know,
What, do you
maybe
have a
there's just
crush on
something
her?
going on. No, she's my aunt. That's weird.
Just keep it
yeah.
that way.
What
Also-
the fuck?
There's more family members now. Technically.
I feel like
Marriage.
we're dropping a lot on me right now, and I'm
Thea
just
has a
gonna,
brother.
you know,
As per usual for our group.
yeah. It seems like you guys do
Yeah.
that a lot.
It's me.
Can I just grab the bag of jewels for a bit
It's me. I'm the new
till we
family
unload all
member.
the stuff?
He reluctantly hands you the bag of jewels.
I'm the new family
Yeah, has a
member.
brother.
Richter. It's me.
Well, you know, congratulations.
No.
I don't know what that really means.
Me and
cool.
Anzu had a marriage in Bethlehem. We were just.
Oh, okay. Okay, so new dad. Okay, jotting that down.
No.
No, just a light
I
joke.
just have a twin brother who's a demigod. It's fine. Don't worry about
that's
it. Not your problem.
Therion? Yeah, I know him.
What?
He's a
that's not
dragon.
news.
Of course he knows Therion.
Yeah, we've hung out.
All
I
dragons
didn't think he
know
was
each
your
other.
brother though. That's weird. But yeah, he said something about like how he found his sister the other day. Didn't know that was you though.
The
He's
other
in-
day.
He's in Western
Yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, he's doing some work down there. Yeah.
What do you know about him?
Oh well, he used to be a pretty big partier.
Oh no.
And then his dad was like, son, you gotta, And he came to the college for a little while. We taught him some stuff. He didn't really like it though. He's more of a punchy
Who's his
kind of
dad
guy.
who told him that?
Who's his dad?
Oh, I don't. He just said his dad
God
said it.
damn it.
I don't know who it is.
Damn it.
We tried.
But yeah. I mean, I've known him for a while. Didn't know he had a sister. Didn't know it was you. But yeah, he mentioned that the other day. Yeah.
Is he trustworthy?
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's great. Don't get him drunk.
A little
Other than that,
Just a little unpredictable.
Oh well, he's a demigod, so they kind of just use their powers. They don't really know what it's like to be immortal.
Oh yeah.
He was raised with the other gods, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, just a tad.
But he's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Okay. Good to know.
So you guys spend a little bit more time catching up with Richter.
I'm teaching him the spell.
Yep, you give him the written formula, and then he takes off around 2, and you see him he steps out, and then about an hour later you see a winged figure on the horizon, kind of flying away across the sea.
So cute.
I'm going to kind of sit on one of the couches in extremely deep thought because
I'll be right back, but I'm listening.
There is something intensely on my mind, and I don't know if I can check it, but I guess I'll just think about it for now.
What are you wanting to check?
Those visions I had whenever I was in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys wait, kind of figure out what to do. Then the sun starts to go down over the sea, and you, Braun, you receive you hear a voice in your head, and it's Traxar. He says, activity going on at the guild. You might want to get down here. I don't know. Could be something big. And then the final snippet of it is, saw a redheaded woman walk in. Seems like a real character. And also, the way he did it is, Artillis made him a bunch of scrolls for spells, just for utility.
Redheaded
Makes sense.
figure. Redheaded woman.
Redheaded. Does that ring a bell at all?
Do we know any?
Make a history check.
It's not Keyleth.
It's not Keyleth.
16 for me.
16.
15.
So you guys begin to think about it.
Oh, 16.
Okay.
Yes.
Same roll. I like it.
Nice.
So you guys begin to think about it. You haven't run into any redheaded women, but something does. You do remember a little detail. And Braun, you remember this too, as does Anzu. So you guys remember during what appeared to be the worker revolt, or preparing for war in Western, which was now about 3 months ago. You remember the Margrave, along with his wife and kids. There was a woman with them with crimson red hair.
Oh, it's the vampire. It's gotta be.
You don't know much about her.
Oh my god.
We should go now.
I wish Brady was here. I pull Zygon and Thea aside while we were waiting in that kind of like in that time space. Brady's not here to have this conversation, but you are, Abby, so. I don't know. I don't really know what to think of this. Haven't told anyone about it because I don't know if it's true or not. Whenever I had my first quest on challenge of the Aremente with the Earth Ashari, I had gone through a vision quest of some sort, and it seemed as if I was being shown snippets of my past, but I don't remember these snippets of my past. And this past few days have kind of made me realize that I might know why. Grasblin said they found that child, the Kinku, with no memory of where he had come from. And he was one of the people that just got taken. Artlist, not that I know much about him, but he was actually one of the things I saw in these visions. And not to get too in detail, but the vision was basically a group of creatures, including myself and some other Kenkus, which was beside me, Annie and Artlist, and we were in the Shadowfell in one of the rooms. Hello?
Hunter just kind of disappeared.
Oh my god.
Hang on. There he is. We're good. We're good.
Anyway,
Maybe?
we were in
You're
one
good.
of the rooms being used as a torture room, but it had been recreated, and myself, Artlist, Annie, and a large group of others were put up onto a stage next to an extremely powerful object, and it killed some people, but it didn't kill any of us three, and then we were sent through a portal. And Artlist has been taken, and I know that any other Kenku that are on this plane had to have come from some sort of connection to the Shadowfell or from a different continent, because none of them really exist in Taldore anymore. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and I actually didn't think it was a real vision until everything started adding up recently. So I thought I would tell you two first and then kind of decide what to tell the rest of the group.
I mean, I think that's pretty vital information.
Yeah.
If Artlist is gone, you or Annie are probably next.
Yes, but why wouldn't they come looking for me before? I've been in so many places where they could have taken me. Shavir has been right in front of me multiple times. I was also
because we're actively fighting them. I think they're taking far more defenseless people first.
Which means that Annie's in danger, and that means whoever is around Annie is in more danger, because we've already seen anyone who is protecting them will just get thrown aside and killed. And Meryl is that person.
I mean, Anzu and I were already concerned about her. I'll send a message to my father, see if he can provide extra protection for her, but I think right now I'm very concerned about the woman walking into our guild hall.
Oh.
And I think that is the most urgent thing we can deal with right now. But I obviously am very worried.
Yes. I just wanted to... wanted to let you guys know.
I appreciate you telling me.
Because once again, didn't think it was a real memory, but it's sounding more like a real memory now. So, yeah, I guess.
I mean, random Kenku keep popping up wherever we go. And obviously that's not supposed to be a common occurrence.
No, not at all.
So maybe after we leave them on, we go to Singorn and try to protect Annie. I don't know. Talk to the group about it, see what they think. I don't really want to go to Singorn, but if I have
I've
to,
been
I
telling
will.
you the whole time we probably need to head out to Zingorn to do some stuff. But I think you're right. Let's figure out the guild thing first. But I just wanted that to be on everyone's mind.
All right, so you guys start heading towards the guild hall. As you're getting closer, Traxar comes out of the shadows and joins you. Okay, so I saw her go in about 15 minutes ago. Hasn't come out. Been a lot of people coming around though.
Could we go in? We probably shouldn't all six just walk into a giant group of people who possibly could be infiltrating our guild? Should we?
No, they're expecting all 6 of us.
Yeah.
We need to look like we don't know what's going on.
Okay. Maybe we send someone in, as we said earlier, disguised, and just kind of see what the talk is about, or do you think that's a bad idea?
I think we just act casual.
That's what I said to do earlier today, and now all of a sudden we're just going to do it now. I see how it is.
Well, I win.
And we've pursued other routes too. There may not be any other way around this. I mean, we don't.
At the end of the day, it's our guild hall, and as nervous as it makes me, we should be able to walk in there.
And before we do walk in, though, can you use that that glass thing you got to see if there's any sort of spell over the guild hall?
Yeah, I can
That's
look through
technically
it.
not how it works. You can only see like
but I can-
magical entrances and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can look in there and see what's going on before we go in. If we
That
want
can
to wait 10 minutes, or
I think Anzu's right. I think we just go in at this point. We're just
So as you
prolonging
guys are
it.
getting closer, you see make a perception check for me, all of you.
Jacob, I just want to say I'm riding Peggy right now, just because I want to
Okay.
ride Peggy.
Clip clopping along.
Yeah.
ooh, oh dang,
20, but it's not natural.
18.
11.
34.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. You guys, this is pretty obvious to see. You see some people that have bags over their heads being brought into the guild hall that are bound by their wrists and bound by their ankles.
Oh no, we're barging in. That's absolutely the fuck not.
Everyone, just stop.
Who is it?
Maybe we stop for a sec.
You
If
can't
bags
tell
over
if
their
they're just-
This is a bad time to walk into this. I go back to my old plan. Maybe a couple of us go in disguise.
So, okay, they're bringing in people with bags over their heads?
And that
Yep,
is not
bound
some
in
Our guild
bag.
members?
It might be guild members. Like they've got the Flagon Slayers logo on.
We sneak in through the tower.
Okay,
The
to
tower.
be clear.
The tower's
Maybe.
the only
It's
lock
To be
magically
clear.
The tower is
Our-
magically sealed, though.
magically sealed for us.
To be clear, our guild members are bringing in people with bags over their heads, right?
Yes.
Not our guild members are the people with bags.
No.
Okay.
Our people are doing bad stuff.
I say we just walk in there and because look, we're the bosses.
That's true, but if we're the bosses and they're trying to take out the bosses, what do you think is going to happen when all six of us
Also,
just
with that
show
woman
up?
in there, we don't know what she can do, but seems to be powerful.
Okay, I know
All
we
right,
didn't
look.
like this plan earlier, but what if I turned into a small animal, made my way up into our meeting room, which is a very safe place for all of you to teleport to me. And then we all teleport up there and try to see if we can start listening in on what's happening inside. Because we're not going to get anything out here.
What if we use pass wall, go back, use pass wall, and use it down so we go in the cellar and then come up?
But you don't know if someone's in the
What
cellar
if they're in
already.
the cellar?
Well, we can.
I thought about it.
We know they're not
We
in the
can
room.
deal with that easy.
I mean, they could be anywhere though.
We know no, they can't be in our room. It's magically locked for us.
But
Okay,
can we teleport in?
where do you think they
if it's
aren't,
magically
though?
locked?
Yeah, because we're the ones that can access it.
Access what?
Okay, I wasn't sure.
The tower.
We're
Our meeting room.
Us 6 have been able to access the meeting room, which is the reason no one else is technically allowed in unless we allow them to pass in.
We still have a teleportation circle there, don't we?
No, we broke that one. I would have to reset.
Oh yeah.
I mean, are you sure you want me to use my 7th level spell?
No,
on
no,
it?
no. You just no. I will go in as a small animal, get up into the room, and you guys just teleport to me, and then we find out what we want to do from there.
All right.
The stones. Okay.
Better.
So wait, should we have a distraction though?
I think they're pretty occupied.
They seem pretty occupied with people with bags over their heads.
All right. Let's do it.
Jacob, I would like to turn into... Oh, I don't even have to go through the main room. I would like to turn into a...
Just be a bird and fly in through the tower.
Yeah, but we don't have any
That's
windows. We have no windows in the tower. We decide. I think
We
we
don't?
I think we decided against windows, didn't we?
There's one window, but it's like a stained glass panel. It's not like
Yeah,
an
it's not a
actual like
window.
open
And it's-
window.
I would assume we probably had that to where it can't just break easily for someone to break into it, because that would be the easiest way in. I'm gonna fly up to my room. As,
Okay.
Can I do it as a bug, or does it have to be an animal?
Bugs are
Like a
technically
bug
animals.
crawling through the cracks.
Yeah, I'll fly up there, or I'll just be a little tiny mouse. I'll climb up the pipe and I'll go in. I'll just kind of squeeze through a little slit in my window. Is there anyone upstairs?
Not that you know of.
I'll go over to the hallway. Does my room like it's been tampered with at all?
No.
Okay. I'll go under the door in the hallway and I'll look around. My room is the closest to the door that gets upstairs.
Mhm.
Is there anyone down the hallway?
Make a perception check.
23.
23. You hear the sound of 2 sets of boots hitting the floor coming towards you.
Coming towards me?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just kind of like under the slip in the door.
Mhm.
So I'll just kind of back up a little and under my desk or my drawer, whichever one's closest to the door, and just kind of watch under the door.
Okay. You see 2 sets of feet go by.
Okay. Where are they going?
They're heading downstairs, it looks like.
Okay. So they would have been coming from just a walk through the place for no reason. Okay.
It could be patrolling.
Yeah, that was my guess. I will then go out and I'll recheck, see if the hallway's clear.
Yep.
Can I slip under the door if I'm able to access that door and the magic allows me in? Or do I have to turn into myself and open the door to
Yeah, you'd have
access
to open it. Yeah.
I'm going to drop my beast shape in the hallway and immediately cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Just in case. And there's no one down the hallway now?
No.
Okay, as quietly as possible, I will open our door that goes up to our meeting room.
Okay. So you open it, you go inside, you close it. Seems undisturbed.
Okay, as I would expect. We paid good money for this magic. I'm
Good so far.
Before I do anything, I'm checking the room with Tabitha.
Make an investigation check
Because
with advantage.
only Garnash knew about that room. 16.
Her body is missing.
Oh! Oh, that hurts.
This fucking guy.
Oh, that hurts me so much.
Dramatic.
He's so stressed out.
Oh
now.
my
He's so
god.
stressed.
I think I literally think everyone in the guild has been affected because none of them would
am
let this happen.
So mad right now.
None of them knew.
I'm so
Right, but none of them would
upset.
let this, like, you know, them getting angry at the city and all that, not being friendly.
I'm
None of them would let it happen.
So mad right now.
Or at least the majority
so
of them
mad right now.
are affected somehow.
I'm so mad right now. I'll just
I don't
kind of.
trust anyone.
I don't have message or anything. I don't have a.
Well, we can see you through the window.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna,
see
I'm
you
gonna
through the
flicker.
window.
I'm gonna flicker a produce flame in the window.
Okay.
In
You
the
see
stained
the
glass.
the fires of Gondor have been lit.
Yeah. Teleport.
So you guys eat your
Teleport.
stones. You
Yep.
poof in there. You guys are now inside, leaving Traxar outside.
I'm gonna be standing
Um,
there looking like with the door open of Tabitha's.
Wait, if we hold him,
secret
can we bring
room.
him?
No, that's not how the
No.
stones work.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
turn around and I'm gonna look at Thea and Anzu and be like, "You might have been right, because Tabitha's body is missing, and Garnash was the only one who knew."
Can I do an investigation to see, like, if there's footprints or anything? Something that looks
Yeah,
like...
go ahead.
25.
This is
25.
just frustrating.
There's no like boot prints or anything in the room. No.
Okay.
Could I cast Locate
I
Creature
like
to see if
that.
Tabitha's body is anywhere close?
Does it
Sure.
have to be alive?
She's
Is she
technically
technically alive?
she's in a
Comatose.
she's in a mid state. What did you roll?
Invest in luck.
Yeah, what'd you get? Oh, wait, you're not rolling.
No.
You just cast the spell, right?
Yep.
Nowhere near within the spell's vicinity. Nowhere near.
God fucking damn it. What would they need with her body? Number one. Unless she was part of it in the first place.
Well, I suggest right now we go invisible and see what's going on downstairs, and then if we need to, we can step in.
Yeah, but if we go invisible, then the people who are obviously magical can easily detect our presence.
It's not gonna
Well,
look
only
very
if
good.
they
Can Thea
Cast.
not use clairvoyance again?
But it's not gonna look very good if we just walk down there all...
People who can see invisibility can see a sensor. It's the same thing.
True. But
Well, they
don't
would
go
also-
upstairs.
they don't know that our teleport circle or whatever has been broken, right? Like, for all they know, we could just have been. That's how we got back.
Garnash would have known if someone's been up here. They can very clearly see that the portal is broken.
Right, but Anzu said that there were no footprints or anything.
I
She's
also know
just gone.
teleport.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
why
I
wouldn't
could-
we
we-
just?
I could just
why
say that
would
we
not just
teleported all
walk
of us.
straight through our front door?
Because we wanted to be inside the guild, so we just teleported there. Or we had to have a meeting before we went down.
Let me
I think
try.
you're overthinking it a little bit.
Let me.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't think we need to explain why we're in our own building.
yeah, we're in a
Right.
scenario where we only have one path, and that's to walk down there
I
and see what's going on.
understand that.
So let's
I
do that.
think we should just walk downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stay up here for a moment and try to contact someone.
Creep.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll walk down there with the others then.
I'm gonna keep a dagger at the ready, like on my hip.
So, who all is going out there? Everybody but Animas.
I think so.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Sorry, buddy.
So, you guys go down. You see a lot of guild members that you don't recognize. You know, the red-headed woman is at the bar talking to Soph. Everything seems jovial. Turk's playing some music with his band. Everything's really good. You don't see Garnash though. You also see Rupert. Make an insight check.
Who?
Me?
Anzu and Thea, you two know him the most.
Jacob, can I try to talk to the Baylor?
Sure.
19 total.
I got
19.
16.
his eyes are darting around, kind of examining the room. It seems like he's very uncomfortable, and then he sees you guys, and he immediately starts to like try
Okay.
and get out of there. Like he's going into the back room where the alcohol is kept.
Okay. I'll just kind of follow through and meet him there, and I'll just kind of like wave and shake people's hands. Be like, I'm back.
Welcome
Yeah.
to our guild. Thanks for
Come
joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Animus-
kind of chill, happy.
Animus, you try and contact the Baylor. There's no response.
Absolutely nothing. I can't do
nothing.
anything to possibly do
There
this.
never is.
No.
This guy fucking broke his word if she's gone. And he's gonna sit here and act like he's on his ivory tower and he doesn't keep to his deals. I'm saying this all to myself.
I love like Animus is like full on like Daffy ducking, like complaining about everything as he's walking down.
I'm trying to see if I can get him to talk to me if I'm
Nothing.
aggravating the fact that he broke a deal, which is something that he would take seriously. But
Hey, is Thea gonna come? Because you saw that too. Or are you
you're
gonna
both just gonna
wait?
walk to a back room with one person.
I'm gonna wait a second, and I'll maybe like say hi to a few more people. Maybe wave at Soph.
So as you guys are gonna go into the back room, Soph says, "Oh, you are back.
Peggy's in
For
the
a brief
backyard.
moment, yes.
Oh, what is the occasion?"
Just trying to figure out our next steps.
Oh,
Figured
well,
we'd come
feel
back
free
where
to
we're most
party.
comfortable.
Oh, okay. Well, feel free. You can party over here, party over there. Ah, but you probably don't need to go back into the other room. It's fine. Rupert is back there grabbing some ale. He'll be out in a minute.
Well, I was just gonna
Can I
get
grab a beer from you?
Oh yeah. And he slides it over to you.
Zygon's
Thank
at the
you.
pole right now.
I'm-
Zygon is in full tears,
At the pole.
just on his knees, screaming out why and no. Soph doesn't seem super phased.
Giving some glances to Soph.
I'm gonna give Soph a little wink and be like, "I love what you did with the pole."
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Before I like head to the back room, I want to take a little peek in the cellar, check on my plant.
Is there a
Yeah,
plant?
is that accessible?
Is there still a plant?
Huh. Okay.
Imagine.
So, as you go to get to the cellar, you see a few of the guild members, the new ones, step in front of you. I say, sorry, only official business down there.
Sorry, don't tell me what to do.
Well, I can't really let you go down there. I mean, I don't even know who you are.
Oof.
Tell him.
One of the founding members of this guild. You can step out of my fucking way.
Absolutely savage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gonna dimension door into the cellar.
Okay. So as he goes to try and grab you to stop you, you full on just open a dimension door and step through it. Okay. So you enter the cellar and you see there are multiple people hanging upside down from meat hooks that are stuck through their ankles, and they are currently being drained of blood that are pooling into these giant bowls. And you see there are people down there like drinking the blood out of it.
What the
And that will be where we
what
end
the
tonight's session.
fuck?
I'm so sorry.
What the fuck? Abby, why?
I didn't know.
Abby,
I just wanted to check on my
went
plant.
straight down into some sort of torture chamber and didn't give us a trigger warning. This is terrifying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got
Stumbled
pissed.
upon Pizzagate, Abby.
Yeah.
Jesus
got
Christ.
I feel so sorry for Rupert.
Holy
I'm sorry. He
shit.
aggravated me and provoked me.
Well, everyone, you'll have to come back next week to see what that's all about, and we hope to see you then. So have a good night.